Mr. Hartgrave here to do a reaction live on Twitch every Wednesday and Friday at 9:30 Eastern Time. We come out here on Twitch. Fridays, we do reactions, so definitely drop on by for those. Tonight, we are doing Marvel Studios Black Widow inspired event with Cerebro, and I think someone from Marvel Studios he's going to try to explain this game to. Oh my God, this is going to be nuts. We got everybody from Twitch here with us tonight. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. Would like to see more stuff like this. Let us know down in the comments what else you'd like to see me react to. Let's get this show on the road. But graphic department is on point, man. Always looking good. Loving the animations in this game. I mean, this is why you start playing. So yeah, they want to showcase that up front. All right, now we got the video back up here. Yeah, this is Cerebro. I don't know if he's going to announce himself, but there's his actual name there, Nick. He calls himself the senior manager community. We're all the community, okay? Is he going to talk for us right now, or is he going to talk for them? You be the fucking judge, right?
I'm joined here with Nick Huggett. What is up? How's it going?
Pointing over there, but he's over here.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Really happy to be here.
You're the senior community manager. You oversee the Interface's player base. You're essentially the face of the game, and people often...
This is the face of the game? Wait, when the fuck did we decide that? When the fuck did we decide that? Like, he wasn't even here at the start. When the fuck? I mean, he's like the Scopely face of the game. Let's be clear. He's the Scopely face of the game. You know, me, the other guys on YouTube, we're the actual face of the game. We're the people that play it every day. Yeah, he's the face of the fucking, corporate entity that controls the game. But, that's semantics. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Nick is the face of the game. So we can direct all of our anger at Nick is basically what's being said right now. So yeah, everybody, I was fucking wrong. Please, Nick's the face of the game. If you got a problem, take it to Nick.
Go to you for community feedback and just, they keep up with the game with you, and you're pretty great at answering them. Am I right?
Yeah, actually, so here we're on the...
What? Dude, Nick hasn't said shit for months. What? What the fuck? Don't be giving him credit where credit ain't due. Dude took like months off. Said nothing to fucking nobody. He talks to some envoys sometimes. What the fuck? All right, moving on.
The set of what we call our strike time episodes. So about once a month, we put together a video.
Once a month, you put out a bullshit video full of bullshit and lies. Oh, give the man a fucking pat on the back.
Where we interview our developers. They talk about, the new characters that are coming out.
Mm-hmm. We show for the company. We say whatever the fuck we want. Sometimes we lie. It's all good.
We do stuff like community spotlights. As you know, Marvel fans are super talented. They love doing lots of illustrations. So we have lots of players that love to show off.
Yo, you think my daughter can get on there with the Red Guardian? You think she can get on there with the Red Guardian? Let's see if we can get Eloise's art on that shit.
Their illustrations of their favorite characters that we have in the game. I not just forward facing. I take all feedback from our players directly to the developers. People.
Oh, do you? Do you, Nick? Do you really take all of the feedback and give it? Because there's a lot of fucking feedback, dude. Like, there's a lot. Like, how much time are you on Reddit a day doing that shit? Like, that's a lot of feedback. By the way, there's the Red Guardian. Sorry, that's covering me up. There it is. There's the Red Guardian. I'd like to get that up on Community Spotlight. It's some beautiful art, I think. Some beautiful art. My daughter did that. That's the Red Guardian or something. It looks good. I think it looks nice. I think they should get that in the Community Spotlight.
Wonder, like, hey, do you actually talk to the devs? Yes, I talk to them daily. I give feedback daily. So
talks to the devs daily, gives feedback daily. Daily. Every fucking day, Nick is giving the feedback. What's the fucking feedback? Everybody's pissed off. Hey guys, it's Nick again. Everybody's pissed off. All right, Nick, we're going to keep doing our job. Great, guys. Just wanted you to know everybody's pissed off. Cool, Nick. See you again tomorrow.
Just kind of like that in-between guy. If you imagine like an hourglass turned on its side, devs on one side, community on the other, I'm the
Yes, an hourglass turned on its side means nothing's fucking moving, Nick!
guy standing right in the middle, talking to both sides.
Oh, that's the best. We need someone like that. You're like our champion. You speak for all of us. So
Absolutely.
I'm actually a very big Marvel Strike Force fan. I did like a little cosplay when the game first came out and had a guild and everything. We went really hard. But for
Do you have to do cosplay to have a guild? I am so confused. All right, so she is not a new player. She was into it at the start, and then she quit because it's a fucking soulless, unethical game, and now she's back? I don't know. What's the story there? I feel like there's a story there. Come on, Megan. Tell us the full story.
for people who don't know, what is Marvel Strike Force?
I started playing back when it started and everything was fun and I had a guild and I really got into it. And then I actually have a fucking life. So I stopped playing. I didn't spend any money on it. And now I'm back to hang out with you, Nick. So what the fuck is up? What did I miss? What did I miss? Oh, nothing much. Nothing much. Game is normal. You know, we added some new characters and everybody's happy. No power creep. Nobody's, there haven't been huge scandals like monthly. Nah, it's fine. Everything's cool.
Okay, so Marvel Strike Force is the battle system is a turn-based strategy system.
All right, now he's talking to... The goal of this video is to talk to all the new people that are watching this, because this goes out on the Marvel YouTube channel, and so they're basically trying to convert people who have never played into players right now. That's like the goal of this. Like when they sat down and hatched this plan, they were like, let's rep for the Black Widow movie. That's like number one. Marvel's like, yep, we just got to do as much Black Widow shit as we possibly fucking can right now. And then goal number two is just get out there and just make new players. We're not talking. This video is not for us. It's not for the Gravediggers. It's certainly not for fucking Mr. Hartgrave. This is for new players. Got to get new players into the game. Just go out there and tell them that. So Nick right now is just talking to new players. He's not talking to Megan. Megan knows what the game is. Played it at the start. Stopped playing for whatever reason. There's numerous good ones. And now she's back to do a little showing today, or, just doesn't have any idea. I'm going to say Megan doesn't know what the fuck is going on. Nick is painfully fucking aware of what's going on here, but is paid to not care. So here we go.
It's an RPG game. So imagine
you know what those are? Yeah, mansplain it to her, Nick.
Games before
Mansplain
where
it to
like
her.
You've had a squad or a team, and you
RPG stands for role-playing game, Megan.
fight against another team and you kind of take turns, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you tell one person to do something, then maybe the enemy takes a turn to do something, then you get to do something again.
Yeah, she might not know what the game is at all, but yeah, no shit, dude. The mansplaining's like up at a fucking 11 right now. Like, she might not know what this game is, but if she's a gamer, which I'm assuming she is from the, the headset and the way she used to have a fucking guild and whatnot, I think she knows what RPG stands for. Now, I know he's mansplaining for the camera here, not so much for Megan, I hope, but it comes off a little fucked. And especially when we start describing I think most gamers at this point know what the fuck a role-playing game is. But good on you, Nick. We got to stretch this thing out to an hour 20, so, kill as much time as you need to.
Very much like that style of...
Maybe he's like... Inside, he's like, let me just keep fucking prattling on about what a role-playing game is, and we can talk less about the actual game, because I know as soon as I start talking about Strike Force, shit's gonna fucking go south. So let me just kind of just fucking pedal on what a role-playing game is for a little bit, so I can avoid kind of getting into this other shit that I just don't want to I don't really want to talk about Strike Force. Let's just try to stay on. Role-playing game. You take a turn, then they take a turn. And, anything else you want to talk about, Megan?
Of combat. Mm-hmm. And the game is also heavily based off of, whether you succeed or fail.
Oh, the timing of this video is fucking crazy right here. That's a very good point, because this is all happening after Black Widow's team has been made irrelevant by the new team. So the skill military team, and that's going to be a big part of my anger about this. We're going to get into that, I'm sure. But we're going to start talking about, I don't want to jump ahead too far, but we're going to start talking about Black Widow. When we talk about Black Widow, you no longer want to build Black Widow in the fucking game. You no longer want to do it. So repping for this should have happened like months ago, or they just fucked up their timeline. You know, COVID-19 kind of fucked things up. A lot of things went wrong to put us where we are on this. So we try to have like a bit of forgiveness for maybe the timing on this wasn't as intentionally bad as it seems, but man, it has not aged well.
Is heavily weighted on buffs and debuffs. So like giving speed up to your team
and money. And don't forget money, Nick. Just a lot of money. Buffs and debuffs don't matter if you got money. And yeah, I mean, you can overcome a lot of shit just with some cash.
Defense up, or conversely, like putting defense down on the enemy, or causing like bleed, those kind of things. So a lot of the game is taking turns and then trying to like trying to get buffs on your team, take buffs off.
He is describing like an actual game. Marvel Strike Force isn't so much that. It's nice that he says it, but yeah, the buff debuff system in Marvel Strike Force, I would give it a C at best, maybe a C plus at most. Not an S rank game for strategy. Not if you compare it to like other RPGs, Nick. CC plus. It's okay. Yeah. I mean, what he's talking about is basically it. You know, you want to have offense up. You want them to have defense down. That's the end of your strategy. That's it. It's the whole fucking game. That's all we have after 3 fucking years. That's it. Safeguard is kind of interesting. One character has it. So now you can't take off his defense up. This is hardly the game of games, Nick.
Off of the enemy team, getting debuffs off of your team, and getting debuffs off of the other team.
So what you're saying is there's a bit of strategy involved. It's not just button mashing.
There's definitely a bit of strategy involved.
A small bit.
And it's really kind of like to your level and like your play style.
Yeah.
Like you can put together a team that's all like power based and just going in there and like punching as hard as they can, or you can be really super strategic.
Or you can use the exact teams that we sell you only. Right?
It's a game that lends itself very much to how you want to play.
Yeah, and it's available to download for free in Google Play, in the Google Play Store, and in the Apple App Store, which is
for
awesome.
For like 2 months, you can kind of build whatever team you want to build, and then you're going to get funneled into the system like everybody else. Cookie cutter teams. Come on, man. But they don't care. They don't care. It's not about the long sell. It's not about the long sell. It's about the long con. So this is the short sell. This game's awesome. It's a fucking in-depth game. You can get as much or as little as you want it. You can be casual. You can be hardcore. It's everything to all people. He's just a fucking salesman right now. He's not even talking about, he's not even a player of the game. He's not even talking about that. It's fucking beside the goddamn point. Hail Joe G and hail Chitu Ma.
So what is the overall goal of Marvel Strike Force?
To take your money, Megan. To take all of your money. To make your money, Megan, our money. That would be the goal of the game.
Sure. So I think it's what you would loosely, our players like to call this a hero.
He is having a problem right now. He actually does not know what to describe the goal of the game as, because the game literally does not have a goal. I mean, yeah, he's going to say to collect them all like fucking Pokemon, but there really is no goal. It's what you want it to be. There is no true end boss, end game. You can beat all the nodes. You can beat all the raids. There's no goal. There's no end. The goal is to get your money. If we're not going to be honest here, of course. But it's going to be really hard to talk about the goal of the game, because the goal of the game is to straight get money, and that's about it.
Collector game, because really kind of that's what you're doing. You're collecting all of the different Marvel heroes and villains. All of your favorite characters that I think one of the cool things about our game that just everyone has pretty much universally praised is the art style. I think you look at the characters in the game.
Whoa, hard fucking pivot. Right out of fucking goal of the game to art style. He's like, yeah, it's kind of a character collector. By the way, have you seen our fucking art? It is ballin', dude. Like, check that shit out. It's like, not talking about the goal of the game anymore, okay, Megan? Didn't really want to answer that question. Seemed like a question that would be like easy for me to answer, like a real softball, but not really fucking something we talk about around here. So let's talk about that art team, Megan. Art team's on fucking fire, right? Everybody loves the art team. Let's talk about the art team. Don't talk about the fucking gold game. Don't talk about that. Can't talk about that. We're not being honest today, so I can't talk about that.
And you look at Black Widow, even the one that you've got on the screen right there.
Yeah.
It looks like you could just take her out of the screen and you've got this right here. I would say that, what's really one of the things that sets our game apart is that they look like tangible things, right? They look like those action figures that you've collected your entire life and that you could just like put them into the game and start playing.
Now, is he just assuming that Megan has collected action figures her entire life, or is he just trying to point out his action figure collection that Scopely bought for him behind him? Like, what is the deal behind that? Or are those actually, I don't know, there's some speculation on whether those items are Cerebros or whether they were boxed in for him. But yeah, that was a weird assumption. I don't think everybody has collected action figures their entire life. That's not a universal thing. It's a weird, it's fine. I'm there. I've collected action figures my entire life, but it's not like a universal thing. Not a universal
and
thing.
you know, the animation is top notch.
I think he was trying to maybe make a play right there. Definitely kind of came off that way. He's like, hey, action figures. Like, he's like, trying to kind of call a little attention there. Like, I'm one of you. Hello, fellow young adults.
It's definitely what makes Marvel Strike Force so unique. Yeah. But I think like the overall goal, like you said, is hero collecting, leveling up those characters, leveling up yourself, correct?
Right.
We're getting back into that territory. I don't want to talk about Megan. Could we talk more about that art, please?
So you are what we call a commander in the game.
In the game, that's a distinction. So maybe when you address the community, you could call us something else, or not. You just call us commanders, I guess.
You get a number of other characters that kind of guide you through the game. Nick Fury being one of the main ones. I mean, who better to learn from than the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. himself?
Yeah.
So yes, you're collecting the heroes. You're leveling them up. Again, kind of a harken back to like those old RPGs that you guys may have played.
Yeah.
All right, Nick. I am low-key triggered about that comment. Because Marvel Strike Force is absolutely nothing like any role-playing game that I played when I was a kid. Because those games were designed to have fun, and this game is designed to take money. And when you have that design in mind, when you design a game, it changes everything about the game. So many things differ from this game as opposed to like Final Fantasy. It's absurd. And I don't know, Megan's probably a bit younger than me, so maybe she was playing, Final Fantasy VII, right? Like, let's take Final Fantasy VII and compare it to Marvel Strike Force. Is that really the same game? It's not a hero collector, right? There's not hundreds of heroes. There was like 8 or 9. And they had finite abilities that never changed. Yeah, you leveled them up, but there was a story. There was a beginning, middle, and fucking end. There was a point to the experience. It was designed so that you would level up incrementally as you go so that you would be at the right power. If you just wanted to play the game and not grind, right? You could always grind, but you shouldn't have to. In a well-designed role-playing game, you should be able to play the game. Just stick to the story missions. Do side quests if you want to be overpowered. But if you want to just fucking progress, right, through the game, you can just progress through the game. You don't have to grind. This game is intentionally a fucking grind fest. So if you're talking about the grind fest of my youth, that's another thing. Like, I think you could hearken at most to Dragon Quest if I was going to talk about it, but really nothing like Dragon Quest. But that would be a grind fest as opposed to like a Final Fantasy, which is like kind of a nice progression usually they shoot for. There's like a couple spots where you usually have to grind in those, but Dragon Quest was heavy on you just have to fucking grind before you can do anything, except Marvel Strike Force takes that to the next level where it's always the grind and you're never really strong and it's always the grind and you always have a fucking stick and you're just trying to earn enough to buy a goddamn sword and you never fucking get the sword. And then when you get close to getting the sword, they hand you that sword and they go, well, now that one's useless and now you have to get the fucking next sword that's going to take you another fucking month to get, and they just keep moving the fucking carrot. So it's just this constant fucking grind, and they go, you can speed it up with money, but you really can't. It's a fucking trick. So no, it is not like the role-playing games that we played when we were kids, Nick. It's not like that at all. It's a fucking scam.
One of my favorite parts about those games was actually getting into the towns and like going and talking to the vendors and like leveling up.
This doesn't exist at all in the game, Nick. Nick, you're talking out your ass. No one talks to anybody in this game. There are no shopkeepers, Nick. Fuck, dude.
Ooh, here's a better sword. Ooh, here's a better shield. Here's some better armor or a cap or something. That's one of my favorite things about those games.
And no one here gets armors or shields or anything, man. You get to put... is he talking about the gear system that actually does... It's like nothing. It's like... That's not the same. The gear system's not the same, Nick. It's not the fucking same.
So if that was something that you really enjoyed about those games, you're absolutely going to love us about this game.
No, you're not. No, you're not. It's not like that at all. It's a totally different play mechanic. It's not like that at all. No. Fuck you. No, lies.
Because there are so many opportunities to keep like leveling up your characters.
Yeah.
And even some customization in our new ISO 8 system.
I think that's probably the most addictive part about this game. Like, in a fun and just like it makes.
I like how Megan said addictive. That was the most honest thing that's been said so far. Is that the game's addictive? Thank you, Megan. Point one for Megan. Everyone give Megan 1 point for saying something honest.
Makes me so passionate about it is the collecting things and being able to level up my character and make them
It makes me want to play it and keep playing it and never put it down and just always play it.
I guess we should like kind of dive into the game because I've heard that there's a chance to get a free Black Widow character. And for everyone that's watching right now, we are live. So if you have any questions.
Finally, we allow you to get Black Widow. For 2 fucking years, nobody could get Black Widow. Does anyone know? Am I the only one? Come on, motherfucker. 2 fucking years, nobody could get. It's really exciting. I hear you can get Black Widow. Yeah, funny thing about that.
Questions for Nick. Now is the time to go ahead and ask them. We'll be answering them throughout today's.
Yo, straight up, how fucking hard is it to get Black Widow? You can't even. That was just a lie to begin with. That was a fucking lie. Wow. Yeah, you could get a free Black Widow costume during the event, but to get Black Widow in the game, maybe somebody here in the chat knows, how long do you have to fucking play to get Black Widow? Like, what level, what node is she on? Villains 1-9? Okay, that's not so bad. You can get Black Widow pretty fast now. Okay, that's cool, but it has nothing to do with the event. Oh, it was the login count for... So if you log in for 30 fucking days, you could get Black Widow? All right, yeah. Yippee.
Stream. But I guess we should show them what we're...
Who's absolutely useless, by the way, right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So right now, we have going on in the game a special event that is called Web of Spies that is based around Black Widow. And also, inspired by the theatrical film. So you're at your home screen right now. If you scroll on over to where it says Milestones there, it's got a little red, what we call a red badge there. And you can see in those first 2 areas, it says Web of Spies and Target Acquired. So go ahead and tap on the first one there under Go for Web of Spies. And then...
hold on, I missed I need to see some basic facts about her account. I just kind of fucking... We zipped right by there. And I didn't get to take that in. Okay, all right, let me see. All right, what's the fuck? She's level 66. Wow, so she barely fucking played at all. She has uncollected achievements. She has red dots everywhere. She gives no fucks. We got some. We're overcharged on energy, and I'm trying to figure out if she's on the beta, on the test server, if she's on the actual server. That would be interesting. She's in some kind of alliance. I mean, everybody's in an alliance. All right, I'm just trying to gather some of the. She's got no fucking gold, so that's an accurate player experience. She only has 1,000 cores. Being overcharged on energy and green energy is kind of weird. I don't know what the fuck that's about, but okay, cool. All right.
You're at your home screen right now. If you scroll on over to where it says Milestones there, it's got a little red, what we call a red badge there. And you can see in those first two areas.
Somebody like spent 2.7 million gold on her account today. What the fuck they did before the event, who the fuck knows? But somebody came in here and was like, all right, we got to get some basic shit happening. So let me do this right fast. Like, who the fuck knows what they did to her account or how many millions of gold were spent today to catch her up to wherever the fuck she's at. So this is not where she was. Somebody dumped like an ass ton of gold into this account before this even started.
It says Web of Spies and target acquired. So go ahead and tap on.
Yeah, no, way more than 2.7 million. Like, who the fuck knows what they jacked the account up with before she started today? Who the fuck knows?
The first one there under Go for Web.
They did it in a fucking hurry though. They didn't even collect they didn't even take care of the red dots. They were just like, dump some fucking gold in here. We need this, and this.
Web of Spies. And then this is one of the, you asked me before, like one of the things you do in this game. Well, we're really focused on rewarding you for just the normal things that you would do in the game. And that's very much what this...
Oh, reward me for the normal things I do in the game. Just the normal shit I do. So I get a bonus reward every time I wake up at 5 a.m. to do my war attacks? That'd be cool. Do I get bonus rewards every time I stay up late or like come down from bed in my fucking underwear to like do raid maps for my alliance in the middle of the night because I forgot like the beta was switched over? Do I get like rewarded for that? Is that normal? Like, where are the define normal, please? Like, what's the normal activities? Because all that shit's kind of like required. It's like needed by design of the game. So like, what's normal? You know,
Web of Spies event is. If you want to go ahead and you can kind of scroll down there and you can see like all these rewards that you can get. You've got shards there for, Red Guardian, for Yelena.
So when you collect character shards, you get a certain amount and you're able to redeem them for a character, right?
Right. So you need a minimum number of shards to unlock a character. Usually they unlock at about 2 or 3 stars. So, just kind of a general rule of thumb, you probably need about 100 usually to unlock a character. And then after that, you use the character shards to further level them up all the way up to 7 yellow stars in the game. So that's all the stuff that you can earn. And there's some really, really good.
I'd like to know what Nick would think a normal amount of time is for that to take. I wish Megan would have just asked that simple question just to fuck his day up. But like, well, how long does that take? How long does it take to go from like 1 to 7? Like, that would have fucked Nick's life up if she would have said that, right? I mean, they're live. I wish somebody would have typed that in the chat. She was all like, does anyone have any questions? Like, that would have been so, I should have hung out for it live and typed that. It would have been so fucking funny just to type, because it's like a normal question, and just keep typing it until it gets answered. Like, how long does it take? How long does it take?
Stuff in there. Got people who play the game. You can look at like those top milestones there, and those are really what we like to call juicy. Those are some juicy rewards.
Yeah.
But if you go over to that little tab that says,
who calls it that? Who calls it that? Like, people just around the Scopely office call it juicy? Like, I don't know. The players like in my alliance call them like, oh, the adequate part, the part that makes it worth doing. I mean, I don't say like fucking juicy. Like, we're not weird. Like, you guys are kind of weird. I'm sorry. It's just kind of fucking weird.
Scoring there on the left-hand side. That tells you like how you can earn all the points. So it's just really simple on there. It says, like open a hidden.
And if you miss a few days, you can just make up for it with money. So that's cool.
Threat orb. Or open, there are these special threat orbs that you can open. And then every time you just open those, you get more points.
I mean, like, and how do you get the fucking orbs though, Nick? Are we going to talk about that? Because that's like, That's like, he just acts like the orbs are going to happen to you for like, you're going to do the normal stuff you do. Like, log into the game every 2 hours and tap the buttons for 10 minutes. Like every 2 hours, you're going to set alarms and tap the buttons for 10 minutes. And that's normal. That's normal human activity. Just what you would normally do with your phone. Every 2 hours, you're going to set an alarm on your watch so it vibrates, and then you're going to pull out your phone like an addict, and you're going to like tap on it for 10 minutes. Even if you're at like a movie theater or like a wake or at like, your kid's recital, you're going to do that because you're so fucking addicted to the game and you need to fucking do it. And then like, if you need to take a day off, you're going to feel like you missed out on the very best juicy rewards. So you're going to spend, $20 to fucking catch up. What you normally do when you play a game like you used to play from the past when you were a kid, when you were playing role-playing games in your pajamas, the same fucking thing. It's normal.
Oh, nice.
So, we want to, we're very conscious about, maximizing the amount of time you spend in the game. Like everything you do,
Okay, point for Nick for being honest. He is right about maximizing the amount of time that you spend. He said maximizing the amount of time you spend in the game. I mean, I think he meant that a different way than I just read that. But that was pretty honest right there. Our goal is to get you to spend the maximum amount of time in the game. So that's true. That's that. I think the honesty came out. I think it was a little unintentional. I think that was a bit of a Freudian slip. But yeah, I heard it. I heard that.
Every minute you spend in the game, we want it to feel good.
Yeah,
that
rewarding.
is not true.
Yeah,
that is not true. Every minute in the game is not supposed to feel good. Explain RTA to me, Nick, if every moment in the game is supposed to feel good. Explain RTA if every moment's supposed to feel good. Please, explain arena payout to me. The hour of arena payout, explain that to me if every fucking minute in the game is supposed to feel good. Please explain that. Explain it to me. Explain it to me, Nick.
And rewarding, absolutely.
Yeah. Tubzina has a question. What are tips for new players? They're downloading it right now as they're watching.
Uninstall, quit, no, stop, uninstall, just uninstall. That's the tip. I know Nick can't give it, but look, I'm going to give it now. If you're a new player, right, and if you're somehow watching this, which I might trick you into doing, and I'm sorry I didn't say this earlier because now it's too many minutes in, you probably haven't gotten this far. By the way, like and subscribe. Quit, uninstall. Don't. Everybody here's longtime players. They've been playing for like 3 years. They're telling you right now what you should do. Uninstall. It's a fucking trap. Go play a good game. Go play one of those role-playing games that you used to play when you were a kid. Go play the Final Fantasy VII remake that is just like fucking Final Fantasy VII and awesome and different than Final Fantasy VII and all sorts of amazing. Doesn't have microtransactions. Go do that, man. Go do something else. Uninstall.
This Marvel Let's Play, and they're following along. What do they got to do?
Yeah, so the first thing I would say is you want to, at the beginning of the game, we give you a lot of what's called campaign energy to go through the campaigns. Mm-hmm. And the faster you can go through the campaigns, the more progress you're going to make. Because every time...
You're going to want to take the day off of work. Is that what he just said? Am I not hearing this correctly? He's going to say, when you start up this game, we are going to want to hook you so fucking hard. It is going to reward you so fucking much for just playing the game nonstop. You are going to get hooked so fucking hard. So just play nonstop. That's what that is. We know that that's the best time you're ever going to have in the game. It's like the first 2 days. It's going to be so rewarding. So just play it. Just fucking play it. Don't do anything else. Don't be casual for the first 2 days. Be like a fucking maniac. Just do it. Do it. Install it and just enjoy the shit out of it. It's so fucking good.
When you level up, we actually, as a player, the player level up, we give you more energy. So,
as does every other fucking game that works this way. He's talking about like it's some kind of like fucking thing that only they do. Marvel Strike Force, shit, man. These other fucking games, they don't do shit. You fucking install them and they're like, all right, you played for 5 minutes and now we need your money. All right, dude. Yeah, that's how it works. man, Marvel Strike Force is the cool fucking free-to-play game, dude. We're the fucking cool one, dude. We let you play nonstop, dude. You play as much as you want at the start. You leveling up, boom, more energy. You can level up again. Boom, more energy. You can level up again. We're the only motherfuckers to do that shit. We all know that's how these all fucking worked. It's exactly how the fuck it works with every single one of these fucking hero collector games. Is the first 2 days are lit. It's just fucking level after level and unlock after unlock and new characters and all kinds of shit that you will never use again. I mean, it's all bullshit. Everything they give you in the first 2 days or whatever, you might think like, wow, I'm probably going to use this shit forever. I'm like, no, it's all garbage. They're giving you Spider-Man. He's absolute fucking trash. You don't ever fucking need him again. It's horrible. Horrible. I just got to take a minute here. Some people are talking about actual addiction in here. I do put a link down in all my videos. It'll definitely be on this one of an online addiction counseling center. They do full remote, I forget what the distinction, but they don't like just, do. They have a portion of their program that is fully online, where you can talk to somebody about it. You might get referred to some place that's closer to you, but I'm going to put that link down here. If you're going through a hard time, definitely check that out. I feel it's totally irresponsible to talk about a game like this without mentioning something like that. So that's why I put that link there, and that's why I think Nick is kind of inherently fucked. I know he probably can't do it because it's what his job is, but it is kind of fucked. All these games should have to open up with a screen that says, if you are addicted, please get help. There should be some fucking ethics and compassion in the industry for people who they are taking advantage of. There are definitely people who spend too much money on these games who cannot afford it. Some of their whales and krakens are putting themselves at a detriment to themselves for playing these games. And it should be unlawful to have a game like this that uses all the fucking psychological tricks that they do to take your money without some kind of warning screen at the start. That is fucked up. There should be litigation for that. That's one of the main fucking reasons why I'm out here, because playing this, it opened me up to being like, no, this is actually fucking unhealthy. And someone out here needs to talk about this. Not everybody can shill for the fucking companies. Someone has to talk about the people who this game is hurting, because there are people who are being hurt by these games. It is real. It is not a fucking fantasy. That is true. So the link is down below. Please, Nick, carry on shilling for the company.
You can just keep playing and playing and playing, honestly, for the first couple of days, like almost nonstop if you wanted.
Almost nonstop.
And consider
like you normally do. And we'll reward you for it like you normally do, because it's normal to do that. It's normal to hold your phone in your hands for 48 hours. It's normal. It's normal. You don't even have to go to sleep. In fact, it's to your detriment to go to sleep in the first 48 hours, because we're giving you so much stuff with every level. You can go faster. You shouldn't sleep because it's normal.
Considering that the Web of Spies event right now is going to reward you for doing those things normally, like you can just make a ton of progress leveling up those characters early on in the game.
Okay.
That would be my first tip.
That's where you should start. And this is a 14-day event.
Tip 1. Play nonstop. Play nonstop. Play and just keep playing and never put the phone down. Tip number 1. Wow. Really different from my tip number 1, which is don't play at all. His tip number 1, do nothing but play the game. Just don't fucking stop. And look. I'm going to go on the other side, all right, because I feel that gives me credibility. There's a lot of video games where you buy them day one and you play them nonstop. And that's definitely part of it. That's part of gaming, right? We've all done it. We went out to the store. We spent our $60 on Chrono Trigger. The day that Chrono Trigger came out, Mr. Harkness played it for 48 hours nonstop. Of course we did. We were kids. It was the weekend. Yeehaw. Number 1, this game isn't directed at children. Children don't play this game. Adults with lives and families and shit play this game. Sadly. So playing nonstop isn't what we're here for. God damn it. Thank you for dropping that. Playing nonstop isn't what we're here for. If we want to play something nonstop, we would go play a game, like a good game that you could play nonstop and then stop. Actually stop. This game wants you to play nonstop, right? Okay. But then they want you to also keep going for the rest of your life. For the rest of your fucking life. It never has an end. There is no goal. There is no winning. There's no losing. There's just more game. More game. This game is the only game. Spend all your money on this game. And that's what's wrong here. And that's what's different about it. Normal role-playing games that he was talking about were never like that. They weren't like, this is your only game. This is your game for life. And you will never stop playing it. They demanded a lot of time, but there was a beginning, middle, and end. The game was designed for you to play through it. And then it stopped. And then, maybe you'd have to wait for Final Fantasy II to come out or Dragon Quest II or whatever, And maybe they would have liked you to play it nonstop, but I don't know. Maybe they also had some fucking molecule of ethics in their game design, and maybe they didn't want to design games that would just eat you up inside and make you play them for the rest of your life and make you crave that feeling that you had for the first 2 days for the rest of your life. I feel like modern games designed for fun, they want to be so fun that you want to have a great time and then, let you play it normally. Let you enjoy it like a normal human would, in moderation, not like a psychopath. That's not the case here.
And that's going on right now, and it's happening until July 16th too, right?
Right. So it's only.
I hate to keep stopping it because we're going to be here literally all night, but that is fine. Mr. Hargrave will go all night. This event ties into that psychosis. This is going for a limited time. You got to get on this now. You're going to miss these milestones if you don't get going now. You got to keep going. You can't stop. Look, this is going on. The best rewards are at the end. If you want to get Black Widow, you got to log in straight for 30 fucking days. Those kind of things. It's not on your time. It's on their time. And that's the problem with this being called a role-playing game like the days of old. If I didn't have time, I could hit pause and I could go do what the fuck I needed to do, and then I can come back. Can't do that with Marvel Strike Force. The clock is always fucking ticking, and they force you into a situation where you got to play with 23 other guys whose also their clocks are fucking ticking, and now they're looking at you, and now you're obligated to do this shit that you're doing normally every fucking day. And we're so fucking different from being a video game of old. And man, I'm just not going to get over that he equated this to the way games used to be, because this is not. This is totally fucking new. Rules are fucking different.
A couple more days,
yeah.
But if you just really focus for the next few days, you should be able to get a lot of.
If you just really get into this game for the next couple of days and just get hooked and addicted to it, man, it's going to be so worth it. You motherfucking drug dealer, Nick. You motherfucking drug dealer. Just pushing out here. Come on, Nick.
Rewards.
Wow.
In fact, you should even be able to unlock Black Widow herself. We made
Wow.
that, a fairly low low bar to entry.
Just
to
no life the
unlock her.
shit out of this game, man.
And she's also been a recently reworked character. This is another thing that we do a lot in the game. We take characters that maybe were released, 2-3 years.
The fuck you do? What the fuck? Oh yeah, we rework characters all the fucking time. I mean, just look at Spider-Man. He's great. He's fucking great. Yeah. Just fucking. We rework characters all the fucking time. I mean, hey, the Hand, the Ravagers. We're just reworking them left and fucking right. So it's like we just rework characters. You know what? And when we rework characters, we never sell other characters that you got to have them to make the old characters good. No, we just out of the goodness of our fucking heart. Yeah, Iron Man, Star-Lord. Yeah, we just fucking rework them and make sure that all characters are always relevant. So no matter who you like, you can play as them. Right now, we're just straight lying. We're just into straight fucking lying territory at this point. He's trying to pitch that every character in the game is just as fucking good. Just as fucking good. Right? That's the fucking line. We're actually going to go that far, and we're just going to start saying that all the fucking characters are good. To the point, and I know we're going to get there, where we're going to say you might as well build fucking Drax. In this meta, just build Drax. He's great. All the characters are great because we work them all the time. Everybody's relevant.
ago, and we bring them up to speed on what the latest characters are. So, characters like Yelena, Red Guardian, they're newer characters. So we went back and we updated Black Widow to make sure that she works.
How long did it take you to go back and rework Black Widow after you released Yelena and Red Guardian with Punisher, a fucking Binion, and Killmonger? Are you gonna not? We're not gonna talk about that? No one's gonna talk about how that when the team came out, Black Widow wasn't a part of it at all. No, we're gonna rep the fact that Black Widow was reworked when Yelena and Red Guardian came out. We're gonna fucking bold-face lie. Motherfucking revisionist history. Here you have it.
Really well with them and also improve some of her stats and stuff as well.
Nice, so they can have like a cool team up.
Yes, absolutely.
I actually
That's
have
one
them.
of the things that we want to make sure, because this is a squad-based game. You usually are taking in five characters, so we want to make sure that.
That's a mighty Black Widow right there. Where the fuck did all the shards come from? Where the fuck did all the shards come from? This is no one's account. So they just dumped a bunch, yeah, man, some fuckery happened on this account before they stepped in. Somebody came in here and just dropped shards on Black Widow. I don't know, man. Some weird fucking shit happening here. They were like, yeah, we're going to power up, but like, just make sure you got like a bunch of fucking shards on her. And like 4 red? Like, what, did we just dump a bunch of fucking red stars out here? Like, red stars weren't even a thing when she was playing. She said she played back at the start. Like, this is some weird shit. Or it's not her account. I don't know. This is a weird fucking account.
Anywhere
Fuckery.
from like a duo, 2 characters that work really well as a team, all the way up to all 5 characters working.
What characters who the fuck are you talking about, dude? We only have 5 character teams. Like, what duos are we talking about? It was Shatterstar and Longshot. We talking about Punisher and Daredevil? Ant-Man and Wasp? They got a team now. It's not a duo anymore. Duos, man. What the fuck? Like, we got a bunch of duos we can put together? You ain't got shit. You got 5 teams of 5. You pre-built teams of 5. Like, and there's ways to sell this. Holy shit.
In synergy with each other, work really well. And those 3 characters I mentioned, of Red Guardian, Yelena, Black Widow, they are an awesome trio.
Yeah, I'm pulling them up on the screen right now for everyone to see in my roster.
Okay, yeah, no, I can see those notifications. So yeah, they totally tossed her characters. They dumped shards on them. Who the fuck knows? Total fuckery.
Yeah, again.
Which is fine. You can expect that. It's totally unrealistic to the new player experience. I mean, if they wanted to be real about what the fuck is happening here, they would start up a new account. Because that's what they're trying to get people to do, is start up a new account. And if you start up a new account, you're not even going to participate in this event that was running. There was nothing for you to do. You weren't going to get to the bottom of that. You weren't going to get good rewards. You were going to get dick. I mean, you were going to get hooked, hopefully. What you were going to get is fear of missing out. You would have been like, man, if I was playing, I could have got all those rewards. You get like dick rewards, and you'd be like, I better be ready next time an event comes around. I better play this game a lot. I better get hooked. That's what you would have got.
I love the look of them. I just feel like I look at that Red Guardian and I'm like, oh, I could just pull him out of the game and I could set him right on my.
Hold on. While he's talking about this, I feel like it would be better to have this up. I think it would be better to have this right there. I just think that it would be better. Don't you? Don't you think it'd be better?
Desk, and he would just look amazing as a.
I think he would look amazing too, Nick. I think he would look great.
Statue.
Yeah, no, he looks great. I love the shadowing too. It's so detailed. For those just joining, we're playing Marvel Strike Force today, and you can download Marvel Strike Force free in the Google Play Store or in the Apple App Store. And I highly recommend it because there's an amazing event happening right now, which we're covering, and we're giving you all of the juicy tips and details, so you can really maximize the next couple of days before it ends. Right? You just dive.
Why would you do this at the end of the event? There is nothing to get at the start of this event. Holy shit.
Yes,
right in.
absolutely.
Get everything
Even
you
though
need.
you know we're into the event, if you go hard the next few days, you're going to earn a lot of reward.
What are you going to get? What are you going to get as a new player who's got like nothing? What are you actually going to get? I mean, that would have been interesting to see, but yeah, it's total bullshit, man. Just lying to people. It's just like, just play. Just play the game. But yo, I totally agree. Red Guardian looks fantastic. The shading's fucking off the hook. You can buy a t-shirt of this on my site. If you go to my merchandise store, we got the Red Guardian on t-shirts. We got them on stickers. It's great.
Okay, sweet. So some of the rewards and milestones are the event orb opening.
Mm-hmm.
This is my favorite. I'm not going to lie. This is like my favorite part. It's like the equivalent of like loot boxes. I wonder if I have any that I could.
What just happened? What just happened? What? Wait, what? she just said she loves loot boxes. All right, yo, I'm gonna give this point 2 for Megan. Being honest again, just fucking full drop loot boxes. I think that made Nick uncomfortable. I'm looking at Nick now on my screen, and he looks a little like, you didn't just say Nick loot boxes, did you? Did you just say, Megan, could you ixnay on the oot box? Hey, whatever the fuck is going? What? No. Oh my God. Fucking loot boxes. Loot boxes. I didn't see that one coming. No one wants to say it's downright illegal to have loot boxes, and she's going to rep that this game has loot boxes and that they're her favorite part. Oh, shit. Shit just got real, son.
Show people because it's so satisfying. It would be under. What would it be under?
It really makes me feel good to open loot boxes. It makes me feel good to open loot boxes. It's like scratching an itch that I just can't scratch any other way.
To supplies over there on the left-hand side.
Okay.
And then under orbs, you should have some that you can probably open there. Yeah, because your red badge. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
You got some loot boxes. Let's crack them open.
See, so you got the orange hidden threat orbs. Go ahead and open one of those. And you can.
All right. Point number 2 for Nick. At least he repped the proper. He repped the proper orbs. No matter what part of the game you're in, always open the orange ones. Always open the orange ones. Always open the orange ones. You don't need it now. The blue and the purple might be tempting, but the orange ones are the biggest value. The stuff in there is the best. The purple and blue should not even exist. Act like they don't. All right, Nick, I'm going to give you a point there. It feels like he does actually maybe play the game sometimes, and like instinctively he like actually let out real information for a change.
You can see this is the stuff that you get rewarded for. So not only do you get stuff in the orb, you're also going to get points towards that milestone.
Could we turn the sound effects up higher, Nick?
And these are like the possible rewards too. So opening it up.
Yeah. If you ever want to see, what's in the what we call like the loot table or the pool, there's that eye that's in the more the.
By law, we have to show you the percentages. So I just want to point out real quick that while these are loot boxes and illegal in some states, we do show the percentages. So we're okay. It's not illegal.
Upper right-hand side of the screen. We're very transparent in this game, so you know exactly what's in things. You know what the odds are of pulling things.
He seems really nervous. He seems really nervous right now. Like he's really trying to backpedal out of that loot box shit. He's like, yeah, I like loot boxes, but like, like totally like fair. Like, yeah, we're like really transparent with not like our orbs. Our orbs, not loot boxes though, but like different than loot boxes, right, Reagan? Right?
So if you ever are not sure of what's in there, just go ahead and tap that eye and then it will show.
Ooh.
Because she doesn't give a fuck at all, man. She's not tapping that eye. She's like, loot boxes are fucking great.
Really cool.
I am low-key addicted to video games.
You can also skip this animation, but do you ever skip it?
If I have to open a lot, sometimes I'll save up. I know there are players that like to save up some orbs sometimes. So if I've got like 100 to open, yeah, I'll probably skip the animation.
100?
But yeah, this is something that the team spent a lot of time on to make sure that that feels really.
If I had 100 orbs, I would fucking explode right now, Nick. If I had 100 orbs, give me 100 orbs, Nick.
Good to open those orbs.
Yeah.
But then also not, take up too much time.
Yeah. No, I think it's just quick enough. I feel like skipping it is just like, I don't know, it's rushing it. I like taking my time. I like seeing everything get unpackaged.
Yo, this is fucking getting weird.
So, let's see.
I'm uncomfortable.
This is pretty cool. This is like one of my favorites.
Anybody else uncomfortable?
I can't believe you opened
Like
up
and
over
subscribe
100.
if you're
I have
uncomfortable.
like 6, and I'm like, wow, this is awesome. It's like Christmas. What are some more like rewards and milestones with this special event? The 3 event orbs. Each orb will contain gear of a single color and will grant players orb fragments of the following: training, gold, and mega. There's also 4 bonus events. Right. This is, I guess, going into more detail about the game. Energy Overdrive. You can earn 240 campaign energy.
I feel like Nick's got a lot to worry about, actually. Megan seems a little, like, honest. She's kind of, like, legit, got, like, kind of a legit kind of online real personality, much like maybe a Mr. Hargrave or something. Like, I kind of dig Megan's thing. Like, she is straight up. She's like, really, really telling the truth. And I think Nick's sweating a little bit because she can take him to some places where he is not prepared to go, which I think we've already been a couple of times. It's actually kind of fucking hilarious what I'm looking at here.
That's not on ISO. When you refill your campaign energy, you can train and gain 2 times training modules from campaign nodes. Gold Rush, 2 times gold from campaign.
I also have no idea what the fuck she is reading right now, but it's cool. I mean, whatever, man. Just killing some time. I mean, Nick's just happy she's not asking any questions or talking about loot boxes anymore.
There's Catalyst Cataclysm, 3 times basic catalyst from campaign nodes.
Yeah, if you tap on the events button there.
Okay.
And you can just scroll through those, and you can see like all the different things that you can do.
So many things
in the game right now.
Yeah, man, that's a nice spread for new players, right? Old players don't get this kind of screen where there's all this cool shit that you can do and like carrots that dangle in front of you. So that's kind of cool. That's more of that when you first open it up, those first couple of days, you're like, oh man, sky's the limit, man. I can unlock legendary characters in here all the fucking time. There's all this cool shit.
Yeah.
And then it will also kind of help give you direction there.
Mm-hmm.
To see like, we also do lots of preview events right there. So you can see, for example, like conspiracy theories with Sharon Carter, brand new character to the game.
Why the fuck is he repping the fact that they give you like a few days heads up about upcoming events? We do a lot of preview events. Like sometimes we will tell you that something is coming.
If you tap on the preview, it'll kind of let you know, what you can expect that's coming up in the near future.
Oh, wow.
So this is going to be what's called an ECM, or an event campaign mission.
Okay.
And this is really one of our players' favorite ways to unlock new characters. Our players absolutely
He knows something.
love event campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
Because usually you can get about a 4 to 5 yellow star character just doing kind of the daily...
Okay, all right, Nick, calm the fuck down. Calm the fuck down. You can get a 4-star for a reasonable amount of cores, which you need to earn or buy. You can get a 5-star for a fuck ton of cores that only players who play at the very top levels can have without money. What the fuck, Nick? We didn't need to go to fucking 5-star on this. Very few players get 5-star, motherfucker, off of these events. I'll be getting 5-star, but I'll be spending easily 2,000 cores net daily, 600, and I'll be skipping a lot of shit to do it. God damn it, dude. That's a fucking lie.
Routine that you normally do.
Okay.
Of course, if you want to go really hard and spend some resources in there, you could easily get them up to 6 or 7 yellow stars.
Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, no, he didn't. He Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, no, he didn't say you can get a 6 or a 7. It is almost statistically fucking impossible to get a 6 or 7 out of the fucking event. Certainly not free to play. No fucking way that's free to play. It's fucking fucking mathematically ungoddamn possible to get a fucking 6 or fucking 7 out of the event. That is such a hot fucking lie. Oh my fucking God. Does he even know how much of a fucking lie that is? I feel like he doesn't even play the game enough to know how much of a fucking bold-faced, crazy fucking lie that is. That's a fucking crazy lie. Oh my fucking God, that's a lie. Lying is fucking lie of the whole fucking video. That might be the biggest fucking lie. You can fucking bet that's going on my thumbnail. I'm going to take all the biggest lies and put it on the thumbnail. That'll certainly be on the fucking thumbnail. 6 or fucking 7 yellows off the fucking event. Oh my God. Only if you bought like all the fucking offers? Holy shit, you'd have to buy every single, is he assuming that most players are going to buy every single fucking character offer? Oh my fucking God, that is so crazy. I can't fucking believe it. And the chat tried to warn me and I was like, nah, he's probably going to say 6. He's probably going to say 6. That'll be funny. That'll be funny if he says 6. He wouldn't say 7 though. Oh shit, he fucking said 7. This dude is approaching fucking Zemo levels of shilling. Oh my fucking God. Total misrepresentation. No one has ever pulled a fucking 7 out of here without buying offers. What the fuck are you talking about, motherfucker?
So what's the maximum amount of stars? And what is that? Is like the rank of the character for people that aren't familiar with the game?
Yeah, so it goes up to...
She's just asking for the mansplaining now. Ah, Megan.
7 yellow stars.
Okay.
So, and that is really going to boost their base stats every time that you rank them up.
Mm-hmm.
Usually you want to get, really high stars on characters that are very reliant on their stats. So if they want to deal a lot of damage, mm-hmm. If they, are a tank or they're trying to, protect the rest of their team, you want to have high health. You really want to try and get them up to the highest stars as possible, 6, 7 yellow stars.
Okay.
For characters that are more around utility, for example, maybe more like healers, like Minerva, mm-hmm. or characters.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, characters that rely upon their large health pools. You don't really need fucking stars on them. Because I know that, a lot of the content creators will say, oh, this is a stat-based character or a kit-based character. And I've listened to people say that. But I haven't, actually paid attention to the game enough to know that, if a character like Minerva has, a low fucking health and then she heals for a percentage of her health, that her fucking stars might matter. But, what the fuck do I know? I'm just a fucking shill.
That grant a lot of buffs. Moondragon is one of the newest characters from the Infinity Watch team. You don't necessarily need them at the higher stars. They're great, but you could have them at more 4 to 5 yellow.
No, it's great to have no stars on Moondragon. Oh yeah, it's great. It's great to have no stars on Moondragon because when she heals for 15% of her health, it's great if she has no health. It's great. It really makes it pay off. And oh yeah, it's great to have no fucking stars on Moondragon so she dies when somebody hits her with a fucking toothpick. That's fucking great. That's fucking great. I'm telling you, it's fine. It's fine.
Yellow stars, and they're still going to do really well because their main job is giving buffs to the team, or maybe, stripping buffs off the enemy.
And they can totally do that when they're dead. It's totally easy for characters to do what the fuck they need to do when they're dead. So you don't need stars. It's fine.
Rather than needing to just run over and punch them in the face really hard.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look at the Black Widow characters. I gave everyone a quick little preview real quick.
Yep.
We have Black Widow right now. I have her at 3 stars. Mm-hmm. She's tier 9. So I've upgraded her abilities and equipment. Oh, actually, I don't think I've upgraded.
Oh, I think you can rank her up. You can rank her up to a 4.
I think we went in here earlier and gave you a bunch of things, and I have it on my sheet of here things to do. So why don't you rank her up?
Oh my goodness!
You've got enough shards there, so we can actually see right now what it looks like.
So excited!
Pause on the screen for a second.
Oh, we can do one of the things I planned on doing.
When you ranked her up, you can see all the stats, right?
Yeah.
You can see how she got more health, damage, armor, focus, and resistance. And those are really the 5.
I know the name
base
of the
that
stats
you
in
care
the
about
game.
in the game. I can really quickly explain that.
Yeah.
I think health is pretty self-explanatory. It's how much damage they can take before they're knocked out. Damage is how much they deal. Armor is how much they're going to reduce the damage that is dealt to you.
He's practiced the shit out of this, and he has something he's reading off of too. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Is primarily for if you're trying to land debuffs. So, for example, Black Widow has a stun. She can stun an enemy, and the higher the focus, the better the chance you're going to be able to land that stun on the enemy.
Ooh.
And then resistance is going to be kind of the opposite side of the coin of that for her. It's her ability to try and shrug off those debuffs to her. So if someone was trying to hit Black Widow with stun.
I think Megan Straight knows more about this than he does. He's like, so resistance means they can resist it, Nick? He doesn't even miss that. He's like, I have a thing that I prepared to say, and I'm going to say it all. I prepared this, and I know the stats. I know the name of the stats, and I know what they do, and I have a sheet here, and I'm going to get through this motherfucker.
The higher the resistance.
And we're not going to talk about loot boxes. We're not going to talk about loot boxes for like 10 minutes. It's going to be fucking great. I'm so excited.
You have the better chance you have for her to try and ignore that.
Yeah.
So those are the 5 important stats to know.
I just realized, so I've upgraded Black Widow, but her abilities are all still at level 1.
Right.
So I could go into
she's
here
fucking useless.
and I could just upgrade all of these, right?
Yes, absolutely. So, go ahead and start upgrading them. You can see that with each level that you upgrade, they get, slightly better. Usually they get like they'll get increased damage percentage.
Yeah.
They'll get, an increased, percent on, say, landing a debuff or a better percent chance of giving a buff to one of your team members.
Okay, all right. She does appropriately not have a lot of purple ability mats. I wonder if that's going to sneak up and screw things up later on. Because right now she's just kind of going through. I don't think she's supposed to be going as fast as she's going. Because she's just like boom, 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 boom. If she's like, I want to save her loot boxes, she does not want to save her ability. She's like, make more bigger now. Fuck this. Not exciting. I don't give a shit. Click, click, click. She's like my kids when they open Red Star orbs and they're like, fuck, I don't care who it is. Let's get through these. So she appropriately does not have the purple ability materials. Very curious how that's going to shake out if that comes up at all.
And our abilities are 7775. So you can the characters that have 4 abilities.
Ran out.
The first, second.
All right. So here's a good question. Nick. What happens to that basic? What happens to that base? Now she's out of purple. She's out of purple. She's done 1 character. There's 171 characters. Now what happens, Nick? How long does it take to get some purple materials, dude? Interesting.
And third ability, which we call the basic, the special, and the ultimate.
Oh.
You can get up to 7, level 7.
I know they can Smiles, but I don't think they can do it live. I don't think live they're going to just start putting purples on there. If we see that happen, that'd be fucking hilarious, but I don't think that's going to happen. Now, we might have to have a conversation. Is she going to bring it up? I seem to be out of these purple things. Are these rare?
And then their passive abilities, you can get up to level 5. And we got a big roster in the game. Like we've got, well over 100 characters. If you ever kind of want to get an idea of what a character does, the best thing to do is look at the passive. So look at the 4th one on there. That's called Saboteur.
Mm-hmm.
And if you read that, that really kind of gives you the idea of what the character does.
Okay.
Because the passive is something they're usually just always going to do.
Yeah.
So she just calls straight out there, gain 10% speed. This is applied after any character has taken an action. On self or ally stealth, 50% chance to apply offense up to self and all skill military allies. So that tells you right there, oh, she's really good with other characters that have skill and military. And, I can just tell you because
Oh, and there's a fucking wealth of those, so your options are limitless and not totally stupid at all.
I know this. Yelena and Red Guardian are also skill and military.
Nice.
So that's just kind of the best way to identify, how characters work well together.
Yeah. Kind of to set up a good team. For people watching right now, who's your favorite Black Widow character to play as? There's...
I am hoping he's going to say Red Guardian.
Black Widow, Yelena, Red Guardian, and Taskmaster. Nick, do you have a favorite?
Oh gosh, my favorite. I think my favorite right now is Black Widow because our team recently updated her and made her a lot better.
I think it's Black Widow because the movie's coming out and I am obligated to say Black Widow like as many times as possible during this video. So I'm going to say Black Widow. How's that sound? Also, tell us more about how you recently made her good well after this team was released. Could you tell us about that and how weird that was?
So they took a character that I was already pretty familiar with, and then once you get to take them out and it's like they're turbocharged from like where they used to be, it just feels so satisfying, you know? To where something where she wasn't what we would consider to be like a meta game character, like, in the top tier, the top.
I love the way she just fucking resources going away. She doesn't give a fuck. Man, it's fun to be a new player.
Echelon. She'd kind of fallen out of it. So
wait, were there new purple? Were there fucking new purple? Did I miss that? All right, we're going to see it now. We're going to see it now because she's going to go through again.
Up there again is just super satisfying. And the fact that she's got her new snowsuit costume.
Yeah.
Like, it basically just feels like a brand new character right now.
No, it's the same amount of purple. They didn't put more. She just had some left over from Black Widow that she didn't use. It didn't go up. She's out, and I wonder why she didn't upgrade that basic all the way.
She's been around from the start of the game, right?
She had been. Yeah. She was very good, at the beginning, worked very well with the Avengers. Still works well with the Avengers, paired up with Hawkeye, especially as a duo.
Yeah.
But if you really want to use her to her fullest, the skill military team, and in a mode that we call Alliance War, which we'll get into a little bit, that's really where that team and Black Widow is going to shine.
Ooh, okay. All right. I just upgraded all of their abilities.
I just used all my shit, Nick. Is that a problem?
I think the only person I have left to do is Taskmaster.
Red Guardian there, you can
Oh no, no one told her the Taskmaster isn't on the team. Oh no, quick, someone tell her the Taskmaster isn't on the team.
You can level him up to the next level too. So you can see when they've got that full yellow bar. You can rank him up.
Oh, okay.
Taskmaster is not military. Don't know what they say in the movie, but in the game, he's not military. So.
All right, but that costs money.
It costs a little bit of gold.
Or actual money.
Sure.
Yeah. But we give out a lot of gold in the game. The players will say like they always need gold, which is true. Just like money, right? Like you're like, hey, I could always use a little bit more.
Yeah.
But we actually just, with the latest version of the game, we increased a lot of our gold payouts in the game.
Oh, nice.
So you really don't need to be too concerned about that.
Okay.
So Nick speaks for the community. He tells the developers our concerns. And this is how he handles the concern of gold. Is he says, oh, everybody wants more gold because, everybody would like more money. So, it's like the same thing. People are just greedy. People are fucking greedy. Or, like homeless people would love to have money. Or, people who lost their jobs due to COVID-19. They probably just want money. They probably want more. Everybody wants more money. Just like gold. It's like the same thing. People are starving or dying because they don't have enough money. They ain't got a place to live because they ain't got money. They want money. We actually give plenty of gold. With all the new shit that we've been doing, we actually get plenty of gold. And that's what I tell the developers. I say, you know what? The players, they're just going to always want more money. So we can ignore that one. Don't worry, guys. There's plenty of money. You can trust me. I'm Nick. What a motherfucker, man. That's some bullshit right there. That's some bullshit. And I know he's got to say this for this. I know he doesn't want to say that. But he's just fucking saying it. And that was a really fucking way to dismiss one of the bigger issues that we have here. We got a birthday in here. Whose birthday is it? Take a moment here and wish someone a happy birthday while I just kind of calm down a little bit. Honestly, I saw that one happen live, this whole gold discussion. That's what was like, I'm going to react to this fucking video because that's insane to be that flippant about gold and the problem with the gold economy. I know they've increased it. They've increased it an extra 100,000 per day right now, and then it's going to go up another 200 to 200,000 from 100 to 200. Happy birthday. And Hail Chi. But it's not enough. It's not enough for the level increase. Like, there are actual problems with the infrastructure of this game where we're not getting enough gold to actually work on characters, where new players aren't getting enough gold to actually make their rosters useful. For us to participate in this war mode that he's so fucking fond of, we need more gold, motherfucker. There's a serious gold problem in this game. There has been since like day fucking one. It's the main bottleneck. Get the fuck out of here. The only way to beat it is to spend less gold daily, not to spend without abandon. Like, what he's telling here is like, don't worry about it, is the worst advice to handle the gold problem that there is. The best advice is to spend a certain amount a day to set a budget and keep to it. But we can already see this account has spent more than 2.7 million that came from who knows fucking where, because it's like a developer account and they don't give a fuck. This is a really bad thing to say in general to anyone watching the game who has played the game. That was a disgraceful moment for Nick as a community manager. He was in full fucking shill mode right there. At that point, we weren't hearing from Nick, the community manager. We were hearing from Nick, the Scopely employee, just trying to get new players to sign up. And I think he's going to look back on that moment and regret that at some point. It was a really shitty thing for a community manager to say.
Okay, so I'll have a chance to make up for that, so I don't need to be too thrifty.
Yeah.
You mentioned the snowsuit. How can people get that? How do I get
yes. That? So costumes is a fairly new feature in the game that we just came out with a few months ago. So if you go back to the roster, right after you're done
I'm
upgrading your taskmaster there, no problem.
You know, I'm getting him ready.
Yeah, no problem. Upgrade your taskmaster. He doesn't belong on the fucking team, but yeah, go ahead and upgrade him too. But you're just fucking everything up. It's fine. I feel a little like he's got a little stress right now. He's like, oh, you're not supposed to do that. You have finite resources, and this game is a resource management game, and you're kind of fucking it up right now. But yeah, that's fine. Taskmaster's fine. It's not a part of the fucking team, but it's fine. You need to fucking level up Punisher.
Yeah, we're about to fight, right?
Yeah.
Okay, back to the roster.
Okay, so if you look for Black Widow again, and you can also filter. There's a really easy way to filter for certain characters, because again, we have a ton of characters in the game.
What a feature!
Yeah.
On the left-hand side, you can kind of see that thing that looks like a funnel.
Hail brick.
Oh
yeah. By the scroll bar on the left-hand side. There you go. Now, if you scroll down, and you can check first military.
Okay.
It's alphabetical order right now. So
and then maybe you can stop fucking upgrading Taskmaster.
Military. Right. Now scroll down a little bit more.
Yeah. Why don't you look at which characters are skilled military before you waste all your resources willy-nilly on someone,
You can tap on that little funnel again.
So I think that was up at the
Could
top.
you please pay 1% of attention to what the fuck you're doing with this account?
Oh my goodness, yes, you're right.
There you go. And now you can see all of your skilled military characters.
Taskmaster ain't a part of it. You don't even have Killmonger unlocked. You're supposed to do these ones.
So if you tap on Black Widow.
Okay.
Wait, is she going to ask who the fuck Mercenary Soldier is? Please ask who the fuck Mercenary Soldier is. Please.
And then just on her feet you'll see a little mask.
Oh, yeah.
And then if you can tap, there you go, and that's her snowsuit there. So again, if you've been
they're not gonna give it to her. They don't have the credits on here. Come on, man.
Playing through the event, you should be able to unlock this for free. I don't think you probably wouldn't have time if you only are starting to play today. But this can
all right. Point to Nick for being honest about that. Thank you, Nick, for not lying about that. I know it's hard for you right now.
Also be purchased. So you earn a costume currency in the game. Even just in future events.
I don't think he's allowed to say you can buy anything with money. I think he's forbidden for talking about money at all. I think he's absolutely, because he had to pivot there. He fucked up. He said, you can buy it with the in the game for in-game currency. Like, he had to really fucking pivot right there. He got into a dangerous zone that he was not supposed to be in. He's not supposed to say you can buy shit for money. Yeah, he has to mention that you can buy the costume credits for cores, which you get daily. So, it's free to play.
As well, you'll earn more costume currency. So you can, if you really wanted it right now, you could go ahead and purchase it right now. Or if you want to wait and see what our next costume event's going to be, you can earn more costume currency that way as well. So we're
talking about costume currency, not money. Not money. I can guarantee you we will not see the offers in this game. We will not be clicking those. You know what? When people ask for the pop-ups to be blocked, I guarantee you that whatever server she's on or whatever's going on here, she will not get pop-ups. Anybody else playing this game would get an offer popped up on them at some point. I can almost fucking guarantee that she will not, because there's no fucking way they want to show that part of the game.
Usually give you a number of ways to unlock a lot of the characters, or especially the costumes in the game. That's our intention. And we come out with new costumes every version. We usually have a new version every about 5 to 6 weeks.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
Yeah.
I love a good outfit change.
It's like I'll never catch up.
Let me tell you. So chat said that they love playing as Black Widow too. So there's that little affirmation there. Black Widow is a great character to play with. Yep. So should we dive into the game? Should we do a little bit of gameplay? What do you think?
Yeah, sure. Why don't we start with some campaign missions first?
Okay.
And we can just kind of get a feel for the combat.
Okay.
And then I want to take you into, when you asked before, like, what's the goal of the game? Really, the crown jewel of the game is alliance.
He's going to bring the goal of the game back to war, an endless mode that never ends, that you can never get to the top of. As a new player, you will never see the top of war. You will never win war. It's like an endless cycle of spending and misery.
Alliance war. That's really kind of one of the crown jewels. So we'll see if maybe we can get into that. But let's go ahead and go into the campaigns there.
Okay.
And you can see there's a number of different campaigns. So we've got a lot of story actually in this game.
And it's really good.
It's another one of
the writing's like really good. It's super fun.
Okay. No one has ever said that. And if they have said that, they're lying. I just was in an event today and I slowed down for 5 seconds to kind of like a half a second to read something in game. And like Mr. Sinister was like, you sure have fought a lot of Mr. Sinisters, and I'm another Mr. Sinister, and ooh-hoo. It's like, what the fuck is happening here? The story in this game is so fucked. All the writing is fucked. None of it equates back to the comics. If it does, it's like super fucking loose. I mean, the whole concept here, all right, look, stop me if you've heard this one before, but the story of Marvel Strike Force is that Nick Fury needed to make a lot of money. So he assembled a team of all the best heroes and to fight Ultimus, right? Ultimus was this big bad dude who put like mind control on all these like Elseworld versions of the heroes from like different dimensions. He got like all the different heroes. By the way, this is totally made up. This is not a comic book thing. This is just like bullshit so they could have this game. He could so all the people you're fighting are like mind controlled versions of the characters from different dimensions that you kill over and over again, like dead. Like you are just killing people all the time. Like the actual Black Widow you're going to fight in the game, if you're fighting a Black Widow, it's like a multiverse Black Widow who used to be like a good Black Widow who's mind controlled by Ultimus, who you now murder constantly. We don't talk about that in the game. It's not part of the story. However, it is the subtext. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, but that is what's happening. Now, at a certain point, Doom became like the big bad guy, and he was like, Ultimus, fuck you, I'm taking over. But it's still like the same concept. That's why you see the bad guys, they all have these red eyes. So they are mind-controlled versions. They're not robots. They are multiverse versions of the characters. Which, I mean, flat out, you murder these people. Like, in game modes, you fucking murder mind-controlled versions of the characters from multiple dimensions. We have multiple dimensions at play here. And that seems really ethically fucked. About as ethically fucked as the game itself. I am mansplaining this. I do apologize for that. But I feel like when we talk about the story of the game, I think this is like, you forget this because nobody reads this shit. So it's just kind of weird to think about, like, when you talk about the story, how fucking weird it is. Like, you couldn't make that movie. Like, I couldn't make an Avengers movie where the Avengers run into mind-controlled versions of the Avengers from a different timeline, and then they fucking murder them and just move on. Just fucking move on without remorse. I just killed another Black Widow that was just, or like another Captain America. Captain America runs into Captain America, fucking murders Captain America, moves on with his life, and he was like, well, he was fucking mind-controlled, so he got what he got. I don't give a shit. Like, this story is fucked up. And I mean, if the story was actually like admitting that, it would be kind of fucking amazing, actually. I would kind of be into this. But it's over and over. Yeah, it's every fucking day. Alliance War is like every fucking day. You go fight against some other commander, murder characters, and just, I don't know. It's fucking weird. The story is not well. And how could a story be well written when that's the basis? So that's like the heart of the story. All the shit stems from that. It's all just like goofy shit, like Black Widow. Hey, I'm a Black Widow. Look at all these Mr. Sinisters. Like, it's like fucking crazy, stupid, nonsensical, not addressing any of what's actually happening in the story. It's fucking lame. The more I talk about the story, the more people leave my chat. Nobody likes this. It's awful.
Yeah, I think we've got a really good writing team.
Mm-hmm.
No,
and,
you don't.
Whenever we've got
I'm sorry, man.
stuff,
People rep for the art team. People are like, the art team is great. No one's ever said the writing staff is great. That's not a thing that happens. You will not see that anywhere. That is just not a fucking thing. For 3 fucking years, people have been praising the art team. For 3 fucking years, people have been fucking shit talking the writing staff.
The things that our players are usually very surprised with. Like, whenever we come out with a new version and we've got, like, another chapter for a campaign, our players come back and say, wow, I was actually really impressed with the writing.
It's really good. I read a lot of the comics.
Are you saying this to them, Nick? Because you were taking like one comment off of Reddit out of like 100 and sending that over to the writing staff. Like, it's so fucking weird.
It's just like, it's a thing that sometimes you skip through when there is like dialogue, but it's sometimes it's really nice to read through the story. You're like, wow, this is juicy.
And we also actually have like a
all right, juicy is the word. If you're drinking tonight, it's juicy. That's what it is. They're on a juicy kick. It's making it's making Megan giggle. I think Nick said it once and Megan picked up on it, and now she's doing it spitefully. Fucking hilarious.
Some like Easter eggs or like call outs to other things too. Like, there have been some times where we've had like references to like other Marvel video games, right? And people are like, oh, I totally recognize that ref. People love to use that meme of Captain America saying, hey, I understood that reference.
Yeah, that's it.
So let's go ahead and jump into the Heroes Assemble campaign. I'm not exactly sure where you're at. By the way, we're looking at her live account, by the way.
Oh yeah.
So let's see. You are up.
What are you trying to rep there, Nick? We all know this isn't a real player's account. What are you trying to say here? We're looking at her live account right now. Like, as opposed to what, Nick? Like, what the fuck is that? That was weird. This is not a played account. Everybody that plays this game knows that this account's bullshit. We're looking at a bullshit account right now.
Up to Heroes 6-9.
Oh yeah.
Let's go ahead and fight on that one, and let's see what you can do here. So click on fight, which is in the bottom right over there.
Okay.
Look at some of this dialogue here.
Here's a little story. Should I skip it or should we go through it?
Let's go ahead and read it. So
oh yeah, let's read it. All right, yeah, this is gonna be interesting. We're actually gonna He's gonna double down. He's like, no, let's fucking read it.
Probably get an idea of what the stories are like. So you got Thor there that says, Drax, we must protect our shield operator while she opens the tomb.
Why? Why would Thor say that? When has a fucking shield operator ever gone on a mission with like the fucking Avengers? Why wouldn't you have one of Thor's friends come fucking help you or an Avenger open the tomb? Why would you send a fucking shield operator to do it unless your game is fucking stupid?
The enemy threat will be the greatest we have faced.
That's some fucking writing right there, dude. That's lit. I mean, instead of like putting something there that would have like any kind of character or personality, we said the blandest fucking thing. Not even in like a Thor voice. Like, you know, Thor is written a certain way in the comics where he talks like a certain way, like verily and shit. Like there's a very particular way that Thor talks. I wish I knew more of the vernacular so I could riff on this, but I don't. He does not talk like that. This enemy threat will be the greatest we have faced yet. Not a fucking thing that Thor would say.
Yet.
At last.
At last, we are sure the little red spider
She was going to read Drax, Nick. Calm the fuck down, dude.
alien will survive the battle. And there's Spidey. For the last time, Drax, I'm not an alien. Just a human in a suit.
Oh, this writing's fucking tearing it up. Tearing it up. You couldn't let her read Spider-Man? Can't she read the characters on the left and you can read the ones on the right? Just, I don't know.
So, you know, little bit of humor there. Drax, I think, is a little confused. Still do not understand the customs of your alien culture.
He's trying to juice it up a little bit. He's like, let me throw a little character into this because this is pretty fucking dry.
So.
All right, so let's. If you tap on the characters, that will clear them out. So let's go ahead
get the weak ones out of there.
That thing before where we search for
yo, word up. Her best character is Night Nurse, y'all. Maybe you shouldn't have spent all your resources up there on Black Widow and shit, man. Yo, what about Gamora? Should have just fucking powered up Gamora. Gamora's lit with like 6 fucking stars. Oh no.
military.
Okay. Sweet.
Well, let's try to take your unbuilt skill military, which you can't even use all of because you're missing the fucking minion and Killmonger. So you're gonna try to take your weak ass Punisher in here, like a not even a full team. Oh my god.
All right.
All right, and then you can quickly add all the characters there. Go ahead and throw in.
Good point. Like, I'll give him credit. Some of that dialogue was a little bit like the character, but yeah, that is actually quite funny. Drax calling people aliens, a little weird. I don't really think that's part of his character. I don't think he calls people aliens. Like I don't think he thinks of himself as an alien, but I don't think he thinks other people. Like, he travels through space and meets new races all the time. I don't know, man. Weird.
Punisher too. Why not?
Okay, why not?
Since he's right there.
We do have him.
And then you can go ahead. Let's see. Open up that. Just click back on all again.
And then just throw in something fucking random because you don't have enough characters. I don't know. I fuck it, man.
Or yeah, click on all. There you go. Let's go ahead and grab. Night Nurse. There's the first one. She can kind of help heal the team.
Night Nurse is your strongest fucking character. Throw her in. Jesus.
She's a really good healer.
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and tap on Night Nurse there? Okay. And now you should have a full team ready to go.
Okay.
It's been a while since I played this node. I don't know how well we're going to do, but we'll see. We can at least...
I'm a little worried you're going to eat shit and die right here, but I'm just kind of hoping it pans out.
Show the fans out there what type of battle we've got.
All right.
There we go. There's the Loki, President Loki. That actually is a costume in our game as well. So if you guys watched the most recent episode...
It looks so good. All right, going up against...
Could you please look at the actual costume and say that? Could you please pull up the actual Loki costume and say that it looks so good? Can we do that? I'd like to do that. Let's go ahead and do that right now.
Yondu right now.
Yeah, so whenever you see guys with red eyes in the game, it's because they are under mind control by Ultimus. So that's...
Right? They're the actual characters under mind control from Ultimus, and we're going to dead them. They are helpless and powerless, and we are going to fucking dead them over and over again.
How you can identify when you're fighting against the mind-controlled enemies here. All right, so this is kind of the core combat of the game, which is that you see down in the bottom right corner, you've got your different options of the different abilities you can do.
And different charges.
If you tap with your thumb and hold on it, it will show you what the ability does.
How is this working? I'm sorry, I'm out of it for a second, but so she has this, she's playing this on some kind of device, like a tablet. Yet somehow we're streaming. I guess maybe she's got like a Microsoft Surface. she's not running BlueStacks, right? She's running this. Yeah, they've got some nice tech going on here. I'm just as a side, got to respect the tech here. They got the money. The Marvel Studios hooked this shit up properly. Kind of fucking cool.
Okay.
Or you can just go ahead. There you go. So that in case you forgot what the ability does, you can go ahead and do that. But go ahead and just start tapping on buttons, and we'll see Black Widow starting to tear it up.
Okay.
Yeah, just tap on some fucking buttons. I can tell that these guys are weak, so it doesn't matter what you do. Have fun.
Another really cool thing is there's different speeds that you can go through if you're like really trying to like maximize the next couple of days. That kind of helps. You can also do auto, but I feel like that kind of takes away the fun of the strategy of the game.
Yeah, I think so. You use auto kind of like once you've already mastered it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Use auto when you got a fucking time limit is what you do. And we put a lot of time limits on the game. Like right now you're in the fun part of the game. So later on you're going to get into the unfun part of the game where we put a time limit on everything. And then that's when we kind of crank up the stress. We crank up the stress later on. Right now it's fun. So yeah, you got all the time you need and you can enjoy the game. But yeah, pretty soon we're gonna crank up those timers on you and really make you hurt for it.
Like once you've solved the puzzle, you've done it a lot of times, then you just kind of then you can do it on. You can make it faster. You can do auto, and then you can kind of more quickly go through and get some of those rewards.
Yeah.
You will never do these puzzles again, Nick. You just auto it from the screen outside once you get 3 medals on it. You don't use auto on. You can go manual on campaigns, buddy. Come on now, tell the truth.
There are some modes later on in the game that are kind of based more around time, so that's when people will start to use that speed up.
Yeah, lean into that.
So right now we also are using what's called our dynamic camera. So that's where the camera will move around the battlefield. It will follow the characters when they do certain combos, and that's something that you can turn on and off as well.
You can get a little H right here by subscribing here on Twitch. You can also like and subscribe on YouTube. It won't get you an H, but it will get you my love and respect.
In the option.
Just fucking lighting them up with the goddamn machine gun,
Ronan
man.
just called in a bunch of backup. Okay.
Well, it also up at the top left-hand corner, it lets you know how many enemies you're dealing with. Right now we have 13 out of 12, which feels like that's a little bit of cheating.
Feels like your game's broken right now, Nick. When it says 13 out of 12, I kind of wonder what the fuck that means. Could you explain that?
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how many you have to beat in order to clear the battle. But that's because Ronan called in some extra guys.
Mm-hmm.
But
Sometimes that number doesn't mean shit, Megan.
fortunately, they're a little bit easier to beat. So you see that Yelena is in stealth there. She's got the blue and like the scan line kind of shader. Yeah, so this is what you're trying to do in this mission is that you're trying to protect the operative while she's doing her thing. So you can either protect the operative for an amount of time or you just
doing her thing, Nick, but you were so riveted by that story. Surely you know what she's doing. She's trying to open the fucking gate.
clear off all the enemies.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So as the healer, I should make sure that she stays alive.
Yeah, so that's
Nick, where is the fucking gate?
why it's definitely good to have a healer in this mission to make sure she doesn't die before she completes her task.
Gotcha. Should I do an ultimate?
So you can see
here?
whenever that you do like whenever there's like a benefit to one of your characters, you get that yellow text that comes off. It'll say like saboteur or offense up. So you can know like where all of those actions are taking place.
Okay. Should I try and...
Yeah, and that clusterfuck of characters there, when you see some yellow words pop up, it means something. I don't know what, but it means something. It's cool.
Ultimate?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. This is like
Tear
my
it up,
favorite.
Yelena.
Oh, that was huge. I mean, like, back
Pretty
to back.
satisfying.
Right. Why not, right? I think Thor... Oh, no. He doesn't... Can't do it. It's not enough energy yet.
Not enough energy yet. Yeah, so he's an extra in this event. So in a lot of the story missions, you'll get extra characters that are helping to guide you through the...
I mean, I can tell she's playing on a account. Is an account someone that plays every day? No. Is an account that's been juiced up with like some microtransactions, which they're not going to talk about? Yeah.
Story.
YouTube or YT Soner asked, I guess this is from YouTube. How can I join this event?
Oh, nice softball. Nice softball, Megan. That was good. I'm sure there were some other questions there that she did not pick on, but she was like, yeah, this is an easy one. This isn't going to get anybody in trouble.
The Web of Spies event, it's not like you have to do something specifically. You don't have to like find the event and click on join the event. You just have to do the things that it's telling you to do. So if you're installing the game brand new today, you're going to need to progress through the game enough to where you get out of kind of the tutorial section, and then that event will unlock for you. And then just to find out how you earn points for it, there's always a button on the left-hand side that says scoring. Mm-hmm. And then if you tap on that scoring button, it'll tell you how you earn points for the event. But it's not something you have to like join specifically. Just do the things that you would normally do, and you'll be earning points for it.
And just as a reminder, you can download Marvel Strike Force for free in the Google Play Store or Apple App Store.
There was our first mention that the game is free. I thought we would hear more of that, but there it is. Drink them if you got them.
Now's a really great time to join too. Just saying.
Yep. I don't know about you, Megan, but it felt so good to be in the movie theater this weekend. Like, I finally felt like things were somewhat back to normal, that I could be, in the movie theater, eating my popcorn.
It was so good. I was a little embarrassed. I feel like I've been watching movies.
I didn't foresee how many times Nick would say, like, normal. Like, everything is normal now. This game is normal. Do your normal things. It's so great that things are normal. Normal. Normalcy. Normal.
On my couch for so long that there was a couple moments when I was watching the movie that I screamed. And I'm like, wait, I'm in a theater. I need to dial it back. I'm not in my living room anymore. But it did feel very nice.
I like rowdy theaters. I think I would enjoy seeing a movie with Megan in attendance. It would be fun. I like to be loud at movie theaters. Everyone should be loud at movie theaters. It's normal.
Wookie Fodder asked, these animations this isn't a question, just like a little compliment. So these animations are amazing. And I think this is such a really fun part of Marvel Strike Force. They're not just going in and...
I feel like someone's like feeding her comments. At this point, I don't feel that she's picking these out on her own. I feel like someone is like just DMing them to her. Is like, say this one. Say this one. Because like she didn't pick that on her own. She just like, that was thrown at her. Because she's like, I have a question. Oh, wait, it's not actually a question at all. What the fuck is happening here? Why did you send this to me?
And just doing random stuff. Like you get to kind of see a really...
What are these people saying that you have to send me this instead of an actual question? What the fuck is happening?
Dope animation. So this is also something to be mindful of, right? In terms of strategy, is selecting the enemy that you kind of want to use the move on. It will generally pick for you.
Yeah, Megan, we're actually seeing no strategy right now because you're massively overpowered for this node, which is actually going to be your experience for most of the game. Either you're going to be woefully underpowered or massively overpowered. So most of the strategy in this game is non-existent.
Or have it auto-selected, but right now, these two guys are looking a little bit low on health. I feel like I should target one of them, right?
Yeah, go for it. And you're absolutely right. Targeting characters.
I kind of feel the days of this game being a game are long gone. Like back when this game started, there were challenges to complete. There were things to do that were hard to do, that were designed that way because there were caps on your characters, right? There was only so much you could do. There weren't like 1,000 ways to power up your character. There was like one way, and you couldn't just overpower things or get a different character. You had to use there were some parameters like games used to be back in the day, right? Like role-playing games. Now it seems that you can always find a better character around it. You can bring in someone else. You can weasel your way through something that you don't need the challenge. Like maybe there's still ways where you can challenge yourself if you try, but mostly you'd be beating your head against a wall. The answer would be, well, just bring in I'm struggling on the hero campaign. Well, bring in one of those preset teams that just fucking, melt faces. Do that. Stop trying to use Spider-Man. Fuck. Like it used to be like you could only use Spider-Man and that was hard. Now you don't need to do any of that shit. Just use a new power creeped character and fucking win. Like that's the strategy. Easy. Do some raids. You know, get to the point where you unlock Silver Surfer and win the game. I don't know. Fuck it. At 2 stars, he just wins the game. Fuck it. Who cares? Drop $20 on 50 Silver Surfer shards and win the game. No strategy needed.
Especially for certain teams, you know, is essential to making to.
No, it's not, Nick. You're lying again. It's not. No. Building up your characters is essential. There's no strategy when you're in the nodes. You're just going to overpower it. Just wait a few days or a month and then come back. The strategy element's entirely gone. He's talking about the past.
Unlocking their full potential.
Yeah.
So your selection and which characters you attack, especially in like the later modes in the game when it gets really difficult, it absolutely matters and can affect, you know, it can determine whether.
Dude, nothing's fucking mattered for 2 years, Nick. Really hasn't. Even today, I was doing the highest level of the training material challenge with this fucking team, and my team is not built up. It's really not. It's built to the minimums. They force you to have level 3 ISO on this fucking team that I don't want because I don't play war. And once I did that, first off, I thought the game was glitched because I was like, I have 7 on everybody. What the fuck is going on? Oh, I need fucking tier 3 ISO. So once you have, you know, 7 fucking stars, you have ISO level 3, you have them all to tier 12, which is like all I have. I don't even have like an overpowered skill military. It was on auto. And it was a hard node. I could tell it was like, it could have been challenging, but it wasn't. It was designed to not be challenging. It was in fact designed towards the strength of the team so that they could beat it. Because like at the end node, like Magneto blinds everybody, but they're like immune to blind. Like it's ridiculous. There's no fucking challenge. It all goes away. If you're challenged right now, you won't be challenged later. Just come back to it. It'll be there for you. You'll be massively overpowered for it until you're not. And then you're in the end game. And then things suck in a different way.
Whether or not you win or lose a match.
Yeah. Marvel fan 7325 asked, can I play Strike Force on my tablet?
Yes, you should be able to play it on your
Softball.
tablet. Absolutely.
So weird. Big Spartan 034 asked, how long will it take new players to get to the Doom campaign?
Ooh,
nice.
The Doom campaign.
Nice question. Here's an actual fucking question. This kind of gets into how long does it take to get 7 stars on your characters. Let's see if Nick has any idea how long we get to the Doom campaign. I kind of feel like Tony did not make it there. Tony Scangili, who I reacted to last week. He played as a dolphin for like 6 months and spent about $160. I don't think he touched Doom.
That is more of what we consider to be end game content. So it's going to take you a while. Do I know off the top of my head? No.
Dodge that question.
It's going to take you a while. Plus you need to unlock like certain characters for it. You know, one of the things when people are asking before, like tips for, you know, new players, under the event section, we have certain characters.
He just moved on to a different, he's got a few topics there that he can pivot into. And he just fucking pivoted right into it.
You can unlock that are called like legendary events, and getting those characters to unlock some of those legendary characters that you'll see, like Magneto, Black Bolt, Phoenix. Those are really the characters that you want to focus on, because in unlocking those legendary characters, those are going to be helpful when you get to things like the Doom campaign.
Not really. No, you don't really want to focus on unlocking legendary characters, Nick, unless you want to spend a lot of money. I mean, if you want to spend a lot of money, if you want to push people into playing the game, yeah, you definitely want to focus on those legendary characters, but holy shit.
Because Doctor Doom's no pushover. So you need to be bringing in, you know, some of the strongest characters in the Marvel universe for that.
Yeah, people that you have leveled up and spent some time on.
Yeah.
All right, so we beat it.
Oh, fantastic.
No, he said new characters that you will then need to level up, Megan. He didn't say you can use the old characters that you spent time with. You need to get the new characters that you don't have yet that will take you a really long time to get, a frustratingly long time to get, so that you will spend money. That's what he said, Megan.
Fantastic.
We did it.
Yep.
Not bad. Not bad. I thought you were scared that we weren't going to be able to, and I was like, wait, I've already done this before.
Wait, can you ask who the fuck this is? Can you ask who the fuck this is, please? And the story? Can we talk about the story? There is a threat to the Kree Empire that requires your assistance. This is not something that Thor would say once again, not Thor dialogue.
Or I feel like we should be fine, right?
I feel like Thor dialogue is kind of fucking hard to write, and these guys have no idea how to do it.
It's just been a really long time since I played the node, so I was like, I can't remember if we're strong enough or not. But yeah,
I think when I first played this, I did struggle keeping the one of my characters alive during each phase, and I had to play through it a couple different times.
Yeah, but that's part of the fun, right? Is like you learn more.
It's part of the fun getting stuck. Like, it's really fun getting to the point where you hit a brick wall and you feel like the only way through it is money. It's really actually pretty fun.
More by losing than you do by winning, usually.
Yeah.
And so the game kind of teaches you how to play in that respect and says, no, you did this thing wrong, go back and try again.
Yeah, it's like a game of chess. You're kind of like trying to strategize and figure it out.
Yeah.
Marcizi94 says, I'm not a big turn-based player. That being said, would this game change that for me?
No, it wouldn't.
I definitely think so.
I definitely don't think so. No.
So much to do in the game.
I mean, I don't like that's kind of it's a very personal question.
All right, so we did get a pop-up there for a store rating. No offer, though.
Right? Because you're saying, like, would I enjoy this personally? And obviously, I don't know them. What I can say is that I think that the game does a good job of not throwing too much at you too soon. So, we don't just throw you into the deep end of the pool, right?
Yeah.
We gradually ease you into it. To where, I know
we make sure it's a really good experience for like the first 2 days so that you get really hooked.
In a match like that you just saw, you might look at it and be like, oh my gosh, there's so much going on. I don't know what's going on. But that's something you work up to gradually, right? Like was in, Megan was in chapter 6, whereas, the first couple of chapters is we're going to hold your hand and make sure that you understand all the nuances of what's going on, so we don't overload you. So, I mean, the best thing that I would say is, like, play the game for a few days.
Like all video games do always now.
If you find that is changing your mind, then yes, I would say that the game would. If after you play for a few days, you're still not into it and be like, okay, it's just not your thing, and that's fine. That's just your personal preference.
But play for a few days so you get hooked on that feedback loop. Like, definitely download it and definitely play it for a couple days, because that's my goal. Because I know that most people, once they play for a couple days, will start to get some sunk cost fallacy going. And if we can just build upon that, I mean, even if you don't like it, you'll stick with it.
But give it a try. There's a lot to do when you first download the game, and not in an overwhelming sense, but you're not just doing the same thing. There's a lot to explore, and I think that's what makes Marvel Strike Force such a fun game.
Megan just crushed it, though. I mean, I feel like that was pretty good. I feel like that is true. All the different characters they've done actually a really nice. I'm gonna give some props to the game. It's one of the reasons why I play. All the different characters do kind of have different kits. There's a few characters that have very samey kind of kits. Like, oh, this is another one of those. Like, Drax and Red Guardian. Kind of samey. I mean, a little different. I mean, samey in the fact that they're both pre-taunting tanks. But, I don't know. Also, the abilities are unique. So, yeah, the more, as you unlock other characters and as you raise up their abilities, they do kind of take on new aspects, and that part of the game is good. That's why you would play. That's what's interesting about it. Like, unlike, I don't know, I was playing like the DC version of this back before I got into this, and the DC version, it didn't feel that way. I don't know if it becomes that way, but it felt very samey kind of feeling. I didn't feel like the characters had different things they were doing. It was like, oh, this is just like punching more punching. Not really. I didn't feel the class difference. Maybe I was just too early into the game, but I think in this game early on, you can kind of tell these characters play differently. There are different classes here. This character, and they're designed kind of right. You know, a lot of the characters behave the way a character in the Marvel universe that's been written a certain way would. So there's a good level of design on that. I'm going to give it credit for that.
Yeah. So one of the things we could do next is if you wanted to click on Blitz there. This is one of the cornerstone modes for the game.
Yes.
And I think it comes down to like maybe the passive abilities. Like I think that it was a long time ago with the DC game, but I'm trying to think about like Batman. Did Batman feel like Batman? I'm like, no, Batman felt like a martial artist. Like I just remember he did punches, he did kicks, he did like a weak kick and a strong kick. And it was the same kind of game, you know, with the 3 abilities or whatever. But he didn't like Batman. He didn't like come down from above and like take a guy and fucking swoop him up or use the power of fear. Or, you know, it wasn't like that, like the character. Whereas these characters do their things. You know, Spider-Man tangles up people in webs and puts them into a stun status that not a lot of other characters can do. And I think that's the key difference. A lot of the characters in this game do shit that other characters don't do that's unique to the character. And that's what makes it kind of more engaging than other games that are like this. Yeah, no, Batman punches and kicks, but so does like everybody. But Batman also has that utility belt where he does a lot of other shit. Like, yeah, punches and kicks, but there should be more to it. Like Karnak punches and kicks, but he also knows people's weak spots. So he's able to put disrupt on you. Like, it's that little extra level. It's a little extra level. And yeah, 4 Batman characters and shit. Like, I like the uniqueness. The personality that's in this game is very good. It's what keeps me here. That's the part that is actually good. And Megan nailed it. And I don't know, I think Nick kind of missed it.
And right now, you can earn shards for Yelena.
Yay!
So if you click on Go,
Should change my team.
This is cool because this is a great mode where you get to use your.
This is cool, as no one has ever said about Blitz. What the fuck?
Your entire roster, right?
Yeah.
Here's another tip for beginner players.
Mm-hmm.
You're usually looking to
Blitz for beginner players. You're fucked.
Do 2 things with your roster. How players like to say you either want to go big, or you want to go tall, or you want to go wide. And when they say going big, it means like you want to focus on like 5 characters that you're going to use in arena. Or they say go wide, which means you want to level up your roster to where you can do things like in Blitz. So yeah, just go ahead and make any team.
Or the game will suddenly change and dictate that you go big because going wide is now stupid. There's that part, Nick.
You want here.
Okay. Let's get Kamala Khan in the mix. Why not,
Okay,
right?
and then before you click ready, over on the right-hand side, you can see the little arrow that points down.
Mm-hmm.
That means you can save the team.
Oh.
And then if you click on the little button above that.
Yo, could you help her build an actual squad that makes sense? Like, why are we're just throwing some random characters together? Like, holy shit, man.
Where it's got the 3 people next to each other. You can see these are all of your saved squads.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah, so you can save your lineup.
A basic feature.
And
Amazing.
I believe, how many do we have? Up to 20, or was it 30 at this point?
15?
15 right now. But as you level up, you unlock more saved squads.
Oh, that's awesome.
So then if you click ready.
Okay.
So first, let's just go ahead and do a regular battle.
Okay.
And then this is going to be similar to how we did another battle.
All right.
But Blitz is great because it's a mode that's very friendly towards
beginners,
people who have a lot of time to play.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, the more time you put into
don't finish my sentences, Megan. No, it is not friendly to beginners. Oh my god.
Blitz, the more you're going to get out of it. So blitz for me is also something like I love to do throughout the day. Like, you know, let's say like I got to go to the post office and drop something off and I'm waiting in line for, you know, 5 to 10 minutes for my turn.
Will Nick actually do this during his day? Is that true, Nick? Do you actually blitz during the day? Is that true, man? Can we get pictures? Pictures or I don't fucking believe it, man. I want to see, I want someone to follow around Nick and take a picture of him every time he blitzes, candidly. Like, I don't want it doctored. I want someone, I want to hear from Nick's wife or girlfriend. And I want to ask her how many, because my wife knows that I blitz all fucking day. She knows that I'm totally, hopelessly addicted to this shit. And she knows exactly when I'm blitzing. It's all fucking day. She knows that. So his significant other, whatever it may be, would know what the fuck he's doing. And I would like to hear it from her because I don't believe him for shit. He said a lot of twisted shit in this 47 minutes that I've been sitting here so far. And I just don't believe that at all. That sounds like total bullshit. I can't believe that Nick does that. I just fucking can't. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe he's really into it. Maybe he really blitzes fucking hardcore. But you know what? Why the fuck would he? I don't think he actually... Does he play on the shared server? Because we can actually tell that he doesn't play. Because he would be in the top 100 like every time, right? Because his account would be good. Why wouldn't it be? Where the fuck do you play? People would know him. His account would be known. Unless he's using does he use it in disguise? Who the fuck is he? Who the fuck is Cerebro in game? If anyone knows his actual in-game name, I know, is that doxing? Is it reverse doxing to ask for his in-game in-app name? Fuck, I don't know, man. Weird. Yeah, what's your TCP, Nick? Come on, let's get into your account. Get Megan's account out of here, or whoever's account this is. I want to see Nick's account. Let's rep for that. That'll show it. If we can get Nick's account in here, that would tell me that's what I'm interested in. Let's do another one of these with Nick's account. Let's see what he does and how he plays the game.
I'll break out the game and I'll do some blitzing because I know every time I blitz, it's going to help me make more progress.
Yeah.
Every time you blitz, it's going to help you make more progress? What the fuck? The fuck you just say, dude? You don't even know how that works. You know how I know you don't blitz? Because you said every time you blitz, it helps you make progress. Jesus Christ, man. With any decent roster, you're done with progress in like the first rotation. The progress is over because you've done milestones and now you can chill. Like, after that, it's diminished returns, basically. It's either diminished returns or you're all in. It's 8 rotations a day. It's either 8 rotations a day or you're basically just fucking around. Oh my fucking God.
Oh man, another strategy, isn't it, what do you think? Is it effective to take out the healer first? Because I've been in matches where I'm like so close to defeating one of the enemies and then they get healed to maximum health and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not paying attention to this healer. We have like a medic, a shield medic right there.
You playing against heroes for hire?
Yeah, that's kind of like turn-based RPG 101. Kill the healer first. Because yeah, you don't want that, right? Like you're getting most of their team down.
How about when all 5 characters are healers, Nick?
To like, 10% health. And then the healer, like, Night Nurse or Minerva or something like that comes in and just, or Iron Fist and heals them all back up again.
That is like, that's like, I cry. One single tear goes down my eye when that happens.
Believe me, I do more than cry. It's like sometimes just like, you're one hit away from getting somebody down and they heal and you're just like, ah!
What does Nick do? I mean, he's at the post office in line and he throws like a man baby fit. I really need to know this kind of stuff. We really need to get this kind of information.
That's happened during like campaign modes where I'm like, I have it, I'm so close, and I've just gotten so frustrated. I'm like, I gotta be looking out for this. Willow Wah said, Nick, how often are new campaigns released?
How often do we have new campaigns? That's
hardly ever.
Good question.
That is a good question, and it kind of puts me in a weird spot. So can I pivot to something else here quickly?
I would say a few times per year, usually. Maybe like twice, 3 times per year.
Mm-hmm.
It really kind of depends.
Well, definitely not 3 times per year, Nick. Definitely not 3 times per year. Maybe once, maybe twice. It depends on what we're talking about. But yeah, not 3 times per year. That sounds like a lot.
Depends on...
I mean, somebody counted up. How many times have we gotten new campaigns? Like, we get one, like, main campaign a year. They'll give us, like, one new main one a year. But this game started with most of the stuff that we have now, and we're missing... There's not, like, that many updates. Like, what Doom War was 1 year. The Mystic campaign was another year. The ISO campaign was a year, but that felt like a real kind of bullshit thing, because that wasn't even, like... For an old player, the ISO campaign was just, like, instant auto all the way through. No challenge whatsoever. Like, it felt like something that should have been there from day one that they were just, like, catching up to. It didn't feel like, oh, here's, like, your new challenge. So I don't even want to count that one, really. That feels like bullshit. Like, a way to get you to spend money. Way to grandfather and try to sneak a feature in that they would have had there from day one if they would have had the choice. Like, Mystic campaign and Doom campaign. Game's been out for 3 years. It's like 1 per fucking year. 1 per fucking year. We're due 1 this year. What are we going to get? I don't know. Are we supposed to get anything? I don't know, man. Definitely not 3. 3's really fucking pushing it. Unless we're talking about like each little section, and I'm not. No, full fucking campaigns. It's like 1 a year, and we haven't had 1 this year.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where I can't really give a solid answer on because it really kind of depends on what the needs are for the game.
Ooh.
We haven't...
No, we're not talking about event campaigns. We're talking about actual campaigns, because Megan doesn't give a shit about event campaigns. She's talking about actual campaigns like the one that she was playing. That's where she was relating it, and I'm pretty sure that's what the person watching this for the first time wants to know. Like that, there were so many nodes there. There was like a big thing. It's like, oh, how many times has that happened? Is that like, do they constantly add chapters onto that? Do you get 1 like every patch? Like, no, you do not. You get these like shitty event campaigns and then they go away and they never come back. And that's kind of fucked. Like, if we can talk about that for a second, like how fucked is it that event campaigns never come back? Like for new players. I mean, wouldn't it be great for like the Ant-Man campaign to come back just so they could experience it? For these fucking people. All right, look, God damn it. Motherfucker, because they piss me the fuck off now that I think about this. For this company, for this motherfucker, God damn it. You come out here and you tell us your story's so fucking great, right? Your story's so fucking great. Our writers are so fucking great. Well, how come their work goes away and is never seen again? How come your events never come back? Because the writing's so fucking great? Oh, the writing's so fucking great that we bury it, never to be seen again. All the old campaigns will never be seen again because the writing is so fucking great. The writing's so wonderful that we show it to you once and then you never see it again. It's so fucking good, the story, that we make sure that you can only read it once. It's like a comic book that you read once in the past and you never see it again. You can never share it with anybody. It's that fucking good. It's so fucking quality. We take so much pride in the writing that we put on an event campaign every fucking patch, 12 fucking patches a year, 12 pieces of brilliant story that we never publish. We never show it again. It never comes back. You never get to enjoy it. If you're a new player, I'm sorry. You miss like 48 fucking amazing stories. It's so well fucking written and so wonderful, and the content is so good and well designed, but you'll never see it again because it's certainly not just churned out on a fucking assembly line and inconsequential to us and not even the point of the game. No, it's really good. It's really fucking quality. And that's why they always come back and you get to enjoy them time and time again with your friends and family. You could recommend it to everybody. It's a great fucking game. Great fucking writing.
I haven't done too many campaigns this year, but I know that the team has been talking about, in looking in our content roadmap, we're looking to do more next year because...
Whoa, Nick. You got a content roadmap up there, buddy? That you're not sharing with anybody? You got the information, but you're not sharing. He knows what they're talking about doing next year. Just says that they're doing it next year. We're going to talk about doing more campaigns next year. Really? How much bullshit is that? Who's going to hold them accountable to that? Not going to put that in writing anywhere. Not going to come out with that. Fuck.
When we do a campaign, we want to make sure that we're telling a story, and it's a good story, right? It's something that Marvel fans are really will be able to sink their teeth into.
Yeah, and enjoy.
I know we don't really have too many more campaigns scheduled for like the rest of 2021, but I think in 2022.
So we're not getting shit. We get no fucking campaigns this year. We just get none. It went from 1, 2 to 3 to none in about a second. Oh, I don't think he wanted this fucking question. I don't think he wanted this question. I don't think he was prepared for it. And I think we're getting a little too fucking truthful now. Now that he has to fucking think about it. He's like, oh shit, we're actually not going to add any new campaigns. I probably can't go on record and say that we get 3 campaigns a year. Now, you know what? There's no campaigns coming this year, but we're really thinking about doing them next year. Yeah, I'll be gone next year, right? Okay, good. I won't have to answer for that.
You can expect to see more story-driven campaigns.
That's exciting. Hey, Frank
Megan.
in Beans asked, how much
It'd be exciting if it was true at all, Megan.
screen time is recommended to excel in this game?
Sure. So
just won,
what's
by the
great
way.
is that it kind of
Oh, shit. Another hot one. Who's feeding the questions, man? Because they're starting to get a little dicey here. How much screen time is required? Ooh, how much you got?
runs the gamut again based on your play style. So the number one
That
thing
depends on how addicted you are.
So really quick, we'll come back into Blitz, but let me just show people really quick. If you go out of Blitz for a second.
How long do I have to fucking play this game for? Like, I just want to know, like, how much would I be expected to play this for? To stay on top of everything. How many minutes? How many hours?
And back to the home screen. So in the bottom right, you see daily objectives. Click on that. So
how do you equate this to screen time, motherfucker? All right, so a day. So they're going to try to equate screen time to the daily objectives.
And as you can see, like just through playing the game, you've already done a number of these. You can start claiming all of these daily objectives right
Just
here.
click the button mindlessly. Just click it.
Like daily login rewards too, just for opening up the app.
If you do nothing,
so you have to play every day. We heard that. That's important, right?
Beyond just these daily objectives, that is going to make sure that you are making progress every day. And usually this could take anywhere from, I don't know, 20 to 30 minutes, depending on the day, depending on how quickly you're going.
All right. 20 to 30 minutes? Did you just say 20 to 30 minutes? To do this? Just to has he seen the daily he hasn't played the fucking daily objectives because we added to these. It includes raid nodes. It'll take you 20, 30 minutes just to do your fucking raid nodes, Nick. Dude, it's easy an hour. It's easily an hour here. Just in the daily objectives alone. It's an hour. And then, we get into other shit. And then then you're obligated to play war. War's not a part of the daily objectives, but you're obligated to do that 3 times a week. 2 RTA fights. That's 10 minutes. 2 arena fights is 10 minutes. I mean, every fight is like 5 minutes. This just counted as 5 minutes. There's a time limit of 5 minutes. It's going to be about there's loading screens to go through. This is like loading screens, the game, by the way. There's a lot of fucking loading screens. Nothing's optimized. It's an hour, 20 to 30. Whoa. And especially for a new player is going to be leveling up. You're really going to be extending out how much time you're going to play. They're really going to put the squeeze on you. Fuck.
Going through them, whether or not you're using auto mode, I would say at the fastest you could do it, in 20 minutes. Our veteran players, I'm sure.
No, motherfucker. Your veteran players cannot do this faster. You've made sure I can't do this faster. I wish as a veteran player I could do this faster. The one thing a new player should know is it will never take less time. It will always take more time. Nick, dude, liar.
Could do all of these in about 20 minutes.
No. No, you can't. I know. I time it. You can't. All right. At midnight every night, I get my new objectives. I'm usually able to turn off the game at like 12:20, and I've only done like 4 of these. I then have to wake up in the morning and play again before work from like 7 to like 9. Sometimes at 9 o'clock, I'm finally done with the objectives because it takes time. It takes a lot of fucking time. I got, eating shit in there. Like it's an hour. It's pushing over an hour at this point to do this shit. Fuck.
If you're a newer player, it might take you more like 30 to 40.
No, it doesn't change with time, dude. You're lying. This is lies. This is fucking lies. You're showing that you don't play the game when you talk like this.
Just to do like all these minimum ones, but also if you click on that strike pass there, which is right underneath Wolverine.
Oh yeah.
So when you're doing your daily objectives, you're also going to be unlocking these.
Let's get away from the time thing, though. Let's not talk about the time thing. Let's talk about the rewards that you get, because isn't that more important than your time?
Extra rewards down there along that free path. This is what's called a battle pass. A lot of games have this now, where you just get these extra rewards for doing the stuff you would normally do.
Hey, Nick, it looks like we can get Wolverine. Is he a good character?
And as you can see, you can you get power cores, you can get gold orbs, you get character shards. You can see we've got Misty Knight there, so you can get character shards to help you unlock Misty Knight.
Oh, wow.
And you can.
Wow, I know who Misty Knight is. I want to believe that Megan knows who Misty Knight is, but I think she's just saying wow.
Activate a premium battle pass as well. But again, this is just tied to the daily objective. So now,
wait! Don't snow over that. How do we activate that premium pass, Nick? I don't think he meant to say that. I think he slipped up again. I don't think he's supposed to talk about money.
When you play the game right now, it's like you're getting your daily objectives, you're getting your strike pass stuff, you're doing your Web of Spies. Like you're just getting so much value for every minute that
it's like you're getting got. I mean, getting good, getting scammed. No, getting lots of stuff for free. Yeah.
That you play in the game. So to answer the question, I would say probably anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes a day, depending on how fast you want to play. Just do your daily objectives and you'll be good. Obviously, there's extras.
Oh, God, man. This might be more scandalous than anything he's said. Wow. 20 to 40 minutes a day screen time. And he's saying veteran players can do less. It's not true.
That you can do, but focus on the dailies and you'll be making progress every day. That feels great.
It's so satisfying.
Why did you say it feels great, Nick? No one says that. No one says that. Like literally no one says that. Where do you get your feedback from? All right, where's Nick at? Like he gets feedback from the envoys. He gets feedback from Reddit. He's on a few of the shared servers, but I don't really think he's living there. Like Discord servers. Like, let's just say he gets some Discord messages. Yo, he's actually, the fun fact, Nick has talked to my daughter more than he's talked to me. He actually has answered her a couple of times. She said, hi. He said, hello. He hasn't given me that yet. I've messaged him many times and gotten nothing back. Reasonable shit, too. I don't try to light Nick up. But, man, so where is he getting this feedback from? I don't know. Fucking weird.
Checking off all of those, all of your dailies. It's so easy to do, and getting the rewards. It really pushes you ahead in the game. So
no, it feels bad. I mean, yes, the initial stages of the game feel great. Like, is he only talking to new players? Or, I mean, he's just lying is what he's doing. But like hypothetically, where would he talk to these new players? Like Google Play Store surveys that are curated or something? I don't understand, because they're not on Reddit yet. They're not pissed off yet. Like, is he actively avoiding pissed off people and like only only talking to like new players. I don't know.
So quickly. This is an easy one to jump into.
All right, no Envoy says that the game feels great. No Envoy says that. Mobile Gamer continuously says that things feel bad and that, it does not feel good and that he'd like it to feel good. So who the fuck says it feels great? There's like nobody saying that. It's not a thing. Yeah, feels bad it's like Rem says feels bad all the time to like everything. Does he hear things like opposite? Like I don't understand. I don't understand.
See, we have Alliance War gameplay, but I think I don't. It requires Alliance level 20, and I don't
Yeah, how the fuck are we gonna see your fucking crown jewel here, Nick?
think I can get into that.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think you're in an alliance, which is okay. But
it's okay because that's a whole can of worms that I really don't want to get into. So I think it's great. We'll just say that it's the best, and then you can believe it.
Once it's also when you consider kind of more of the end game content. That's really when you get into an alliance and you've got an alliance of 24 players and you're really strategizing together and you're working together to.
All right, Nick, how does that happen? Because here's another thing I want to point out. And this is a big fucking thing that needs to be pointed out about this game that he is just glossing right the fuck over. When we talk about screen time with the game, right? We talk about 20, 40 minutes a day. Great. Now I'm in an alliance. Where does that alliance strategy happen at, Nick? When you're really working with your alliance to strategize, where does that happen? Does it happen here in your little 2-line chat? That is sometime a no-line chat when there's like a fucking maintenance about to happen when it gets clogged up with that. Where does all this strategy happen, Nick? Where is it supported in the game? Like, where do you do that part? Are you going to mention Discord? Are you going to mention Line or whatever the fuck other people use to communicate with each other because your game has never had the fucking infrastructure it needs to facilitate the strategy that your game necessitates? Where the fuck does it happen at, Nick? And then how much time does that take to get together with a fucking bunch of grown children, right? To debate things that are happening in the game that aren't intuitive. That like sink more fucking sunk cost fallacy into the game. Like when do we talk about that and how much time does that take? Because that takes a lot of fucking time. That can take all of your time. That can actually totally consume your fucking life and take it over at that point. Like when do we talk about that? Or when do we talk about becoming a leader or captain and what kind of fucking commitment that is and how much fucking time that takes, Nick?
To attack an opponent's helicarrier. It gets to be really exciting. But that's fine. As we're kind of giving a tour for more newer players today, we can focus on more of the newer stuff. So if we go.
Yeah, the newer stuff. You won't even get to war. It's a thing that we dangle out there. We're going to tell you it's the crown jewel. It's something you should totally strive for because it's the best mode in the game. But you're going to be so far into this that you'll totally believe that it's worth it by the time you get there. So just know that it's there. It's fucking awesome. Keep playing every day until you get so fucking hooked that you get so lost in the sauce that you'll just believe anything we say and do. And whatever the fuck is in the game, you'll just fucking do it. It won't even matter. You'll have long forgot that the game was only supposed to take 20, 40 minutes of your life daily. And by the time it's taken like 3-4 hours, you just won't even care anymore. You'll be so fucking hooked.
Back into Blitz really quickly. I want to show you another way in which you can kind of do your daily objectives more quickly. So once you get to level 65, you can unlock Sim. So
you can do one of your daily objectives more quickly, Nick. One of your daily objectives quickly.
So if you see in the middle of the screen, there's a button that says Sim. If you tap that.
Okay. I see show stats.
Right next to show stats to the left. There you go. Now, if you hit that battle button.
Yeah, the little button, it looks like it was just kind of thrown in like after the fact. Yeah, that one. That one that just thrown in there, wasn't designed there to be there from the start. Just click on that one.
Again, hit it again. There you go. You're done. You just did the battle.
It's no longer a game now.
That's another really quick way to earn a lot of points. You can see like where right above the continue button, it shows those little like floppy disks.
Yeah.
You just earned points right there toward the Web of Spot, one of the milestones for the Black Widow event.
When I was playing this early on,
you could come in here and once you hit level 65,
Yeah.
you can sim a bunch of battles and earn points really quickly that way.
wow, when I was
I don't think he knows what that bar means. I don't think he knows what that bar means.
first playing, this wasn't a feature. So this is really cool. You're blowing my mind right now.
Yeah, this was something we introduced. I think I want to.
It's something we had from day one that the developers used, but we didn't let players have it until long after their will was broken. So it's very interesting. We could have given it to you at any time. In fact, many players quit the game when they found out that they could have it because we accidentally turned it on one day. That was a thing. And then, people got pissed off. We told them, hey, you still got to wait 3 months for it. That pissed off people really bad, and they just quit that day. But, it's here now, and I'll just pretend like it's always been there because that's just easier to explain.
Say December of last year.
Okay.
So in the past 6-7 months.
That's awesome. That's great. Should I do it again?
Sure, go for it.
All
Earn
right.
some more points.
Use your charges. Who gives a fuck?
Because eventually it gets very challenging. Like I see it. Like my opponent keeps kind of going up in like they're at 84,000 right now. I have 101,000, and that's just like my collective, like team damage, right? Or what is that number?
Yeah, so we call that power.
Power.
You can be either your team power, and then also like if you look at your entire roster, you'll see players use this acronym a lot. It's TCP, which means your total collection power, the power of all your characters you've unlocked together. So for example, I've got. Let me confirm here. This is one of the things that players usually want to ask me too. Like they want to know what my personal total collection power is. Right now, it is at 9.6 million.
Oh, Nick. So, he just outed himself. Nick's like a fucking noob. 9.6. Works for the fucking companies at 9.6. Barely plays the fucking game. At time of recording this, I think I'm at... here, let me just pop over here. Time of playing this game. There's the pop-up offer that they're not getting. They're on something weird. They're not where I'm at. My days flipped over too. So I'm at 14.2. This is a player that's played every day, squoze every bit, spending $20 to $40 a month. Kind of the lifetime player. So Nick is not that. He can barely fucking talk about this game. He has no idea what the fuck's going on. 9.6.
Which is
What?
all the characters to get, and that's not even like the highest level. Trust me, there are some of our veteran players out there that are like, oh, you're under 10 million.
Yes, we are here and we are laughing at you. I'd say the highest players in the game are at 18 million, so they double him, and they've spent tons of fucking money on this game.
So
I was feeling really good about this 100,000, and you just completely obliterated it. Wow, that's crazy. Oh my goodness.
It has actually impressed her somehow, I think. Interesting.
And then you can see you also your rewards in the upper right has a red badge on it.
Mm.
If you tap on that, you can see that you get some rewards now for
nice.
for going through the milestones.
Wow, I'm collecting a lot right now. This is pretty satisfying.
Hey, look at all those Yelena shards you get.
Yes.
And then
Don't worry. Once you'll get to a point where you'll do this without any feelings at all.
also, if you click on the tab next to it, so it says milestone, and then there's also one that says ranking.
Oh yeah.
So this is what I was telling you about before. Every blitz you do, you're working towards getting into like this top rank of all players.
Mm-hmm.
If you kind of scroll down through there, you can see. So there's like percentages at the top. There's like the rank 1 through 100, top 1%, 2 to 3%. But then there's all different like percentages.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, what I shoot for is I try to get. If you scroll down just a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Usually, what I'm trying to get is that top 11 to 25%. That's usually something.
All right, so he's an 11 to 25% blitzer. Just off the top of my head, that's like absolutely nothing, correct? That's like almost no blitzing. With a 9.6 million total power, I mean, how many rotations is that? 10? He tries to do 10 rotations of blitz? At 9, do you know you have 9 million power? How many rotations of blitz would it take you to get 11 to 25? And if he tries to get it, that means he doesn't always. So he ends up at like 26 to 60, which is like he can get to 26 to 60 just by doing milestones and chilling. Yeah, I don't. He does not blitz anywhere near what actual people that people that blitz. 11 to 25% means there's no way you're doing 8 rotations a day. He has no idea what it is. Yeah, at 9 million you can get 1%. You can get top. I don't know. There's no way on earth that he's saying he does 8 rotations a day though. So yeah, he maybe he does it at the fucking checkout. Okay, he does his dailies. Like I'm trying to give him a little bit of credit that maybe he just doesn't. He plays the game in a different way than players play the game, right? So he does his dailies in the morning. He doesn't give a fuck about the optional ones, right? Sure. Maybe he doesn't even complete them all because who gives a fuck? He does as many as he can. Goes through the game modes, knocks that out. Doesn't give a shit about arena placement. Who the fuck would? Can't be a part of an alliance. There's no fucking way he's going into raids. Nick can't be bothered. I don't know. So when he pulls it out in the line at the fucking post office, Nick goes to the post office. I don't know what the fuck Nick's doing at the post office. He made that up. But let's say he did go to the post office and it's a long line and he pulls out his phone. I mean, he's going to be hit with all the microtransaction offers. He's got to close those. His energy's all capped. He's not going to use that. He's going to get over to a blitz rotation. I don't know. He might tap on those buttons a little bit. I bet he does it maybe in his free time. I don't know if he does. I don't know. 10 rotations is pretty easy to grab over like 4 days, however long a blitz takes. I don't know. Not a lot. Pretty casual player, which is fine. Except he's the fucking community manager. So the community manager needs to know what the fuck the experience is for someone who is a little crazier. I'd like to know if Nick ever tried to do 8 rotations every day for the duration of a blitz, just to kind of see what that life is. That would be interesting. That would be interesting to know if he ever did that and communicated that to the developers, because that's what they're encouraging. So has he tried that?
That's pretty attainable for most players, and you still get some pretty decent rewards out of that. You can see you still get some Yelena shards, you get some bonus red stars for.
And why move from? I mean, all right. Here's a better fucking point. Why move from 26 to 60 to 11 to 25? It's 10 more shards and 1 more red star that doesn't matter. Why even try to do that, Nick? Nick, have you even looked at what you're actually getting for that extra time? Oh, I try to get up into 11 to 25%. Why? Why are you bothering? You're so fucking casual. It doesn't fucking matter, dude. Save the time. Don't do it. Doesn't make any sense. If I was your fucking Marvel Strike Force coach, let's just pretend Mr. Hargrave's your fucking Marvel Strike Force life coach. I would look at that and I would say, give up. 10 shards ain't going to do shit for you in the long run, dude. Wait until she's actually farmable on a node. Who gives a shit? New characters? Doesn't fucking matter, dude. 10 shards? Doesn't matter. You're a professional. Just buy a fucking pack. Or, I don't know, don't play this game. Play a game that's fun. But anyways, 10 shards doesn't matter. 1 extra red shard doesn't matter. You can trust me. Hail Heartgrave.
Or all that stuff. So
Nice. Very nice. Yeah. So I guess what else should we look at?
Sure. Let's go back to...
I mean, Tony said it. All these levels should equate to stars. You know, as you go up through here, the top one should give you a 7-star, unlock, or 7 fucking yellow stars. And then it should go fucking down. So like most players should get like 4 stars. Just fucking 1 blitz, 4 stars, done. That's it. Great. That makes sense. It's what they're fucking around and getting to anyways. Just make it equate to the fucking star levels. Then it makes sense. I'm like, oh, if I try a little harder, I can get another yellow star. Here it's I can try a little harder and get 10 more shards? It's not even a thing. It's not even a fucking thing. Who gives a shit, man? Don't bother. Don't bother. Right here, don't bother.
The home screen. And go ahead and scroll all the way over to the right.
Okay.
Let's tap on real-time arena there.
Okay.
Oh, dude, you willingly went into real-time arena? How the fuck is he going to try to spin this into a positive?
And click on battle.
Okay.
So this is a feature where you're actually going to be playing against a real human being.
Oh.
So you're not playing against the computer. You're actually playing against somebody else.
Another super bored human being who's going to hit auto and does not give a fuck about what's going on.
So let's go ahead and we can, if you want to.
Yo, when this is done, we will go into I'm about to do my dailies. I'll show you how long my fucking dailies take. You know, I'll try to do it efficiently too and not talk too much, but we'll time it out. I won't finish the fucking dailies. It'll take like fucking 20 minutes.
Instead of having to look for all your characters again, you could also go to that save squad button, the little 3-man.
Oops. Wow. That's awesome.
And then you could just go and select your squad. There you go.
That's
sure.
great.
And then right below that, you can see you've got objectives there, and it tells you if you do certain things, you'll get credit towards the battle pass.
It's a
Let's go ahead and
checklist.
click ready.
It's like a bunch of chores.
Just so you guys can see
You like chores, right?
What a match looks like when you're playing against real
It looks
players.
exactly the
This is my
fucking
first time
same. It looks exactly the same as all the other game modes.
Okay.
All right, so you're playing against somebody named Gamerbury.
Oh, no, I'm Gamer.
Oh, no, you're Gamerbury.
Yes.
You're playing against Fabkin33. Okay. All right. So here you've got 15 seconds for each. So go ahead
They
and
have
tap on
characters
those.
I don't
here
have.
You've got 15 seconds per move that you can do.
Here, your time.
So on
Feel
to be
the stress.
quick
Or
about
10
it?
seconds.
Okay.
Me. Ooh, shocker just got you.
They seem to be
got,
pushing
like,
my shit up, Nick.
20,000 on me. Oh my goodness.
So
This is-
you probably want to focus on Hella,
Okay.
if possible here.
Okay.
Yeah, she's about to fuck you
Oh,
sideways.
nice. This marble just smacked him.
Well-
Because what Hella will do
Oh,
is
you're
for every
dead.
opponent that you defeat, she will summon an undead Asgardian.
What's happening
So,
now is you're having your
She's actually
ass
one of the
handed
best to try
to
and
you.
take out first to make sure you don't have an army of undead Asgardians. to
Yeah.
face.
Just hit auto and get it
I
over
just don't
with.
think I'm going to survive this one. I'm just to be honest with you. This is looking a little
Ooh, we'll
grim.
see. We'll see. This is you got a lot of debuffs on you. That's true.
You are screwed.
It's looking pretty tragic right now.
Yeah. The opponent has a team that deals a lot of debuffs, as you can see, all those red circles.
Yeah,
above.
strategy right here.
I'm done. I got 2 players. I got 1 left. I'm about to go to sleep. Oh,
That's okay.
that's okay. It was
And you
good
can
to
see the Deadpool on that team has the X-Force costume. So that's one of the new costumes that's available in the game as well.
Nice. Very nice.
So now if
Yo,
you click
man.
on that,
Yeah, some new players seriously trying hard on this game. They're like, let me buy some costume credits. Let me get this Deadpool. Let me get into this. I'm going to go in RTA. Holy shit.
Go that's in the middle of the screen there, you can see that that's where you're making progress.
Nice.
So when you're doing your objectives, you're making progress towards this milestone. And again, you can earn power cores, you can earn character shards,
Yeah.
Gold, catalysts, all that kind of stuff.
Nice. Very nice.
And then it's also part of a daily objective currently as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
nice.
so once again, you're making progress towards your daily objective.
I'm going to go ahead and claim that.
There you go. For the blitz. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. All right.
And
awkward
you've also got
silence.
some achievements over there to the side in the left-hand navigation bar, all the way on the left.
Oh, on
There's
the
a little
left. Oh,
trophy
yeah,
that says achievements.
Ooh.
talking
Yeah,
about
go ahead
these?
and claim some of those.
I feel like people watching are seeing all these like little red lit up sections and are like,
Yeah, you're
oh,
totally-
why hasn't she clicked them yet?
This is
Yeah,
true.
yeah. The
True,
red
Megan.
badges.
Yeah.
It's just you're just kind of.
Megan's seriously astute. I'm telling you, she's got some brain going on there. She knows what's up.
We give you that little nudge of, hey, come do this thing. You'll get something fun for it. And some Proxima Midnight Shards there. Good stuff. Good
Nice
stuff.
stuff, right? I mean, when these are lit up, it's just telling me to like head on over and check them out, right?
Yeah. So actually, go back into your events there.
Okay.
That's one of the things that. So there we got the Phoenix Rising event.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you go ahead and tap on that one? This will show up for anyone that has not already completed it. So click on Fight
Oh,
there.
15 shards of Phoenix. Does that mean I get to
Let's earn
unlock
some
her?
shards for Phoenix because she is amazing.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and skip this.
Yeah, go for it.
The story's awful.
So I have
So in a lot of these legendary events, it's going to require you to use certain characters.
Okay.
In this one, they want you to use X-Men.
Okay. Well, this looks good to me.
Who's that, and how long will it take to get
Let me
him?
load that up.
Or actually, it's actually giving you the X-Men team to kind of let you test it out to see if it kind of fits your play style. And then in order to unlock her further,
Your play style,
you need-
motherfucker. What the fuck did you just say? Who the fuck has a play style in this game? Any of you people got a play style? You're just making shit up now.
some very specific characters that are villain mystic controllers. For example, like Hela. She's a villain mystic controller.
Got it. Ooh. All right. I can go in pretty
All right,
nice here with Storm. Ultimate was already charged and ready to go.
Smack him up.
But she was blind, so it did shit.
Oh, no one saw
Oh,
that.
come on, Wolverine.
That was embarrassing.
Yeah, he got blinded by Magneto.
Could you explain blind to her, please?
Oh, he's struggling.
Yeah.
Yes, your whole team is blind
no.
and you're wasting all their ability.
That's what
Might-
Magneto does. He brings everyone together and then blinds them.
My Wolverine is a little bit weak. I'm not gonna lie. He's missing left and right.
I'm skipping all this text because I
Should I
found
target
all the
anyone
text in this game to be bullshit.
No. Well, let's see. You probably want to. Usually,
She has
Pyro
all the
is kind
debuffs.
of the
Is
one you
that
want to
bad?
take down first
Mm-hmm.
when you're facing the Brotherhood.
Yeah.
If you can get to him, looks like Juggernaut is
Blocking.
taunting right
So
now.
you've just tried to drop all the debuffs onto someone you can't put debuffs on. So that was cute.
So it's just going to force you to attack Juggernaut.
Now might be a good time to mention that you don't always tap the ability that is furthest to the right. I mean, that is actually an element of strategy. The only element of strategy that you actually kind of get to exercise here is which target to pick, and that you don't always just click the ability furthest to the right. Maybe point that out if you want to like point out that the game isn't like a dumb game for babies. I mean, it kind of is, but you know, you could point out the part that kind of makes it like an actual game.
Ooh, Death Proof. Oh, that was a nice one.
Death Proof means that if he gets knocked out, he will revive with a tiny sliver of health, and then hopefully you can try and heal him back up again.
I don't think that's what that means.
Afterwards.
Yeah. What are you thinking? Am
Means
I
he
gonna be able to
doesn't
win
die.
this one?
I think so. Now,
Really?
see, one of the things is that, like, Phoenix, I don't want to give too much away, but if you actually take her down first, that's usually a bad thing, and you'll see why.
She's doing the introductory. I don't know how you missed this, but she's doing the introductory thing where you get the team. It's just like the first level. This is here all the time for people.
Okay. Whoa, there's a lot happening right now.
I'm just
He's the
watching right now.
juggernaut, bitch.
It's been a while since I've been able to just watch somebody play and see all the
Right.
animations.
Once again, she's blind. Please explain to her what the blind status is, sir.
All right, got an assist there.
There's no time limit. You can explain
Okay.
blind.
See, now you just summon Phoenix, so that's why it's a bad thing for the opponent to try and kill your Phoenix first.
Ah.
Smash.
Nice.
Definitely love Psylocke. One of my favorite characters. One of my favorite X-Men.
I apologize for these sound effects.
Fastball
I don't think I
special.
have a way to
There
control
we
that,
go.
unfortunately.
Oh my goodness.
Everyone's
Caesar
blind
Edwards
again.
Asked, how can we see?
Okay, now hang on. But before you do Phoenix's ultimate, put it back on 1 times. Because I want to show players this animation because it's really good. If you put it on 1 time,
This is honestly the best part of the game. We can't fuck this part up. Listen up, Megan. This is it. This is the best part of the game. You will be motivated to play this game if we can show this. It's very important we show this. This is what'll hook people. Trust me.
speed.
Oh, 1 time. Okay.
You'll only want to ever watch it once, but it'll make the game seem so exciting. This is back when we used to put a lot of effort into shit. Like, please show this. Like, hands down, this is probably the coolest animation in the game still to this day, right? They've never done anything as cool. Like, even the fucking Thanos pull down is kind of cool. Not like this. Fucking Adam Warlock's revive is pretty shitty, to tell the truth. It reuses the asset from the Thanos ultimate. The Phoenix ultimate is probably hands down still the best fucking thing in the game. The Hela ult, pretty cool. Pretty cool, not gonna lie. The Dust Snap I like, but man, this thing, there's so much attention put into this. This is really cool. And they still haven't fucking topped it. Like, are they gonna top this? Is there gonna be anything as cool as this? Is this the only one worth slowing down to 1 time speed to check out maybe once every 6 months? I don't know, man. It's kind of a fucking shame that this kind of level of attention isn't going in anymore. When the fuck will we see this again? I don't know. Anyways, I guess we can enjoy this at least.
Because right now you got it on 2.
Yeah.
Okay, now hit our ultimate because this animation is great if you haven't seen it.
Whoa. That is pretty great. I'm glad we changed it. That was fantastic. Caesar Edwards asked, how can we...
How the fuck, man? Is anyone going to point this? Are we not going to talk about the elephant in the room? Look, I know you all see it right now. I know some of you are fucking dying, right? And I am too. But look, we're trying to show off how great this game is. And we actually just even talked about the fucking art and how wonderful the effects are. But is no one going to point out Magneto stuck up here in his fucking T-pose? Is no one going to point this out? This is fucking happening. This is a problem. It's been persistent now for what, how fucking long? Oh, man. I just love it that it's officially in a video repping hard for this game. And they're talking about how great the animations are. And Magneto is just chilling up there in the Jesus pose. Come on, man. Fucking hilarious. That's high fucking comedy right there. I just wanted to make sure we were pointing that out because that's just so fucking funny to me. I have people that fucking PM me pissed the fuck off about the Magneto T-pose. Oh my God. So fucking funny. So fucking funny that's sitting there.
See what assist and
whole
counterattacks
fucking time.
do
This whole
as far
fucking
as
time.
damage and debuffs.
This is an existing player asking about this. I know it is. So that's one of the things that is not surfaced too well in the game. Not because we don't want to, just because like the game from the beginning wasn't really built that way. One of the best ways that you can kind of find out what some of those secondary effects do is a very good website that we partner with that is called MSF, like Marvel Strike Force, msf.gg. They're an official partner with ours. We give them access to the game's API.
Kind of, sort of.
Which means that they can pull some data out of there and make it viewable through the website. And if you go look on their website and you look at the individual characters, they should be able to give you kind of a better idea of what assists and counterattack damage percentages are. That's if you like, you really want to like, lift up the hood and get into the nitty gritty of the game.
Kind of, sort of. They need to partner more with MSF.gg. I do like that he did rep for them. That was nice. However, like, it's not what we need. It's not enough. If they partnered more with MSFGG, a guy like me would be way less fucking angry. But wow.
And it's something that we do want to try and help surface a bit more in the game in the future as well. There's a lot going on under the hood.
Nice. All right, you were right. I was able to do it. There we go.
Sweet.
I mean, it's basically programmed so you win that fight, so don't worry about it. Red, you are a sight for sore eyes. Man, now that's some fucking writing. That sounds like Wolverine, right?
Very nice. And the story continues.
And I skipped through it because it's totally fucking boring.
That bit of tension there between Wolverine and Jean.
Was there really tension? Was there really? Nick, did you read? You didn't read any of that shit. Holy shit.
Man, I love to see it. I'm telling you, it gets juicy. It's worth watching.
There was nothing juicy there. That was not worth it at all. No. You're lying.
Should we take a look at my roster review? Just go through it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's a great idea. So let's take a look at your roster.
Oh, we got it. Okay, I was wrong. Is she playing on the actual server then? She got to pop up. We got to pop. Are we going to talk about it? $25. $25. Good deal, right? This is a good offer. You should buy it.
And
just moving on.
We can kind of make some recommendations here on...
Can we really? Are we really going to be able to make recommendations here? What the fuck would the recommendations be?
What we would want to help you level up first. So let's see. Go ahead and tap on that little funnel again on the left-hand side.
Okay.
Let's see. We're on all. So
I mean, I would show her my infographic, and I think my infographic would show her that she was fucked. I mean, I don't know any better way to say it than that. I mean, it's not going to go well. Do I actually have that infographic I could pull up here? Because that would be kind of interesting right now. I think I do. I think I got to move this up. No, that's the wrong one, but I think I can get it. Let me grab it. I can grab what I'm looking for. Desktop. Here it is. I got it. No worries. All right, so these are the characters that are worth building in the game right now. These are the ones that you can actually put resources into. I don't think she has any of these characters. The game is in such a state. Okay, Nick Fury's up there. So, oh my God. Does it actually make the most sense to build up your Kree right now? Is that where you want to put resources into? Is to like put resources into your Kree so you can get Nick Fury? What else makes sense? Nebula and Gamora. You want to go hard into Nebula and Gamora. Like all in on Nebula and Gamora. That's all you want to do right now. You want to keep in mind your Kree. You want to build up stars on your Kree. And you want to go hard on Nebula and Gamora. All the shit into them because it's gonna be good all fucking year. By the time you finally get to the point where you're using them, they will still actually even be a good team. So that'd be the strongest advice. Other than that, it would be Secret Avengers. So take part in the newest parts of the game. Get Sam, Sharon, and Maria. Get them and build them up. Hopefully someday you'll be able to get Kestrel. Who the fuck knows? but that team's very good for beginners. Them and Gamora. So what the fuck is he going to suggest? Oh my God, it's going to be frightening, isn't it? It's going to be like the worst fucking advice. But I know she has Gamora, and that's the one to build. I mean, she hasn't even used Gamora yet and seen how fucking awesome Gamora is now, which is crazy. Like, why hasn't he been like, check out Gamora, man? She's the fucking shit. No, just none of that. She's instantly good. She's the best character in the game, and she has her at 6 stars. So do that. You have Mordo at 2 stars. Ignore that.
Right now, it's showing you all the ones that you want to promote. So I'm sorry, let's close this out again. And scroll past the ones that are promotion. Okay, right there. Let's take a look. Okay.
Gamora.
So these are some of your characters that we want to upgrade first.
I worked really hard in the Thanos
one of
event.
the first ones that I see here is Gamora.
Yeah, she's great.
Gamora
Nice, Nick.
recently got a big rework in our game.
Oh.
Because she is now has the ability to become empowered. So if you click on, or excuse me, if you tap on her her passive ability, which is the 4th one down,
This one?
and if you now look towards the top middle of the screen, it says empower. Tap on that.
But you see, you went and used all your ability materials on Black Widow and Yelena and shit and Red Guardian. So you're kind of fucked now. You should have put them all into Gamora, but we didn't have this conversation until after you just happy tapped all that shit. So now you're kind of behind. You're going to be that way for a while. You could have had the best character in the game all powered up, but instead now you got a bunch of bullshit that's only good for a mode you don't even have it unlocked. So you made a huge mistake. Maybe just uninstall at this point because you're really far behind. You just fucked up like big time.
There you go.
Like,
now
no
you can,
lie.
you can kind of
Huge
like twirl
mistake.
around her now, and you can see she has a different sword.
Whoa. That's crazy.
Yeah. So this is she is the
This looks like a fun
second
game.
character
Is
in
it
the game
fun?
to have this. The first one is Thanos. So when Thanos gets all of the Infinity Stones,
Yeah.
so if he gets
Which would be like almost impossible now because coal's not even really farmable without like massive amounts of premium orbs. So you miss that boat. You can jump on this one though, you know, unless you take all your resources and just dump them into Red Guardian. Then you're kind of fucked.
all of his Black Order characters, they give him all the Infinity Stones and becomes empowered.
Yeah.
Gamora is now the second character in the game that is empowered.
Wow.
Now she can become empowered faster with the Infinity Watch, especially Adam Warlock.
Which you also missed. You just came in a little too late. We kind of gave away all the Infinity Watch. Now they're gated behind like money. We don't even really put out offers for them. It's going to be probably like a long time before you can farm them. You're screwed.
But she can also become empowered just on her own as well.
Okay.
So Gamora would be the first one that I would tell you so you can equip all, and you can train
Until you run out of gold, which is right now.
and then also if you click on find there
yeah.
and scroll to the right.
Oh, right there, 25 bucks.
Oh yeah. So look
Oh,
at
there you go.
Blitz supplies.
I don't think he quite meant to go into the screen and show all that money, and that the only way to get her was with money. Like the only way to get Gamora really is with money at this point. Like you haven't progressed far enough in the game to actually get more shards of her. Like we kind of wonder how you fucking even have shards of her.
Okay.
So she's available for 500 Blitz credits. So again, another reason why you want to do a lot of Blitz is you can get
Because you get 10 fucking credits per fight. So you do the math. You'll have her in no time at all.
Gamora, 5 Gamora shards daily with Blitz currency. She's very easy to get actually, and she's currently just one of the best characters in the game. Like pound for pound,
If you constantly blitz, Gamora is very easy to get. Now, constantly blitzing is going to take your entire life away, but whatever.
there's like one single
You don't
character
need that
you want
life,
to look
you need Gamora.
to level up early in the game as soon as you can. Get Gamora.
Okay.
She's also going to help you to unlock
advice.
Star-Lord as a legendary character as well. So
Nice.
Who is totally useless, but do it anyways, because what the fuck? I don't give a shit.
top of the list right now.
Okay.
Oh, and as a good way to remember this too, if you go back
Okay.
to the roster.
Okay. Before we get into this, because I know we're about to hit some shit right now. He's talking about unlocking Star-Lord. Now, would I unlock Star-Lord? Would I devote resources to unlocking Star-Lord? Star-Lord does power up Gamora. He's nice to have with Gamora. Like, you're not going to get Adam Warlock. You're not going to get the rest of the Infinity Watch for some time. I'm a new player. Do I need Star-Lord with Gamora and Nebula? You probably fucking don't. You can probably just go with Gamora. I wouldn't invest resources into Star-Lord. He's not on the graphic that I showed you. He's not a good character. Gamora is. You'd have to build up so many shitty characters, invest so much time getting Star-Lord that it just wouldn't be really fucking worth it. When it happens, great. If you have him, great. He's a great fill-in for that team to pair up with Gamora to give her that extra damage and whatnot. But man, to go out of your fucking way over other characters that you need to do other things, I don't know.
Yeah, click on. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Click on Gamora again. Tap on Gamora again. Right next to the costume button is a little heart.
Yeah.
If you tap on that heart, she's now favorited. So she's going to be pinned to the top of your roster to remind you that she's one of the characters you're working on. If you go all the way, I think it's not past promote though.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, right. So past promotion, she's the highest
Will do.
pinned one. So no, you're right. You had it right.
Okay, cool.
All right, let's go back again and
Okay.
take a look at your roster. Let's see
All
who
right.
else we're working on here. Thanos is another very good one. So you got Thanos right there.
No. Calm down, Cerebro. You were doing good. I mean, the Gamora tip is a solid fucking tip. Really like that tip. And it really does pay to be, you can try hard and get her. So I'm going to start up this game now. Man, I'm going to get into Blitz. That's like my motivation. Every Blitz I'm doing, I'm getting 10 credits. Holy shit. Every 10 fights, I'm getting 100. Every 50 fights, I'm getting 5 Gamora shards. Let's go, motherfucker. Let's build this up. Let's get Gamora. She's the best character in the game. Okay, I'm progressing. Thanos is done. It's over. I mean, having the Thanos Gamora combo, it's nice. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. I mean, my Thanos is 7 red. He's getting torn up like paper in the end game. Like, it's not even right. He's really not there. You can't even assemble that team anymore. I can't recommend it for a new player. I mean, for her, she's already got him up there. You can kind of rock that combo. But I don't think you need to build him anymore. I think he's where he needs to be.
Right next to Gamora.
Give him bad
coincidentally.
advice.
I worked really
tap on him.
hard
Give him bad
to
advice.
level this guy up during the Thanos event. I'm not.
And he's
gonna lie, 'cause
good. He's
such a
good.
tank.
Stop right here.
So great.
Yes.
She has
so,
tier.
since
What the fuck happened? She has tier 4s in this? Where the fuck did she get tier 4s to put into this? What the fuck happened? This is crazy. What is this roster? I mean, this is the roster of someone who does not give a fuck, which is great. This is the exact way to play the game. Whew. I mean, it's the wrong way to play the game, but it's the right way to play if you're just there to have fun, which she seems like a normal, well-adjusted person, so she probably is just having fun.
since then, he's actually become a bit easier to upgrade. I don't know why.
And worse as a fucking
my
character.
internet.
Go ahead and favorite him as well.
Okay.
He's going to be he's the leader of the Black Order. He can become empowered as well. He's also going to be very good to help you get through the villains campaign.
Oh, good to know.
And he can also.
I would focus on your Kree for that. Sadly enough, I would focus on your Kree for that because you're going to need the Kree for the Gamma Raid. You need the Kree to get your Nick Fury, which you're going to want to get for the Secret Avengers team, which is a very good beginner's game if you're starting right fucking now. Thanos is... If you have this Thanos, you're already good. There's nothing that needs to be done here. Unfavorite this, you're set. Because you're not going to Black Order. You're not getting that. Holy shit.
You can get his character shards through one of the later nodes. I don't know if you can get him yet. Click on Find. Scroll to the right. Okay, So you need to unlock Nexus
That's a
8,
long
9.
way into it too.
So that's
Whoa.
one of the things that you should work on is going through the Nexus campaign.
Yeah, you should go
you
through
want
all
to
the
get up to
fucking
Nexus
campaigns.
8, 9, clear it at 3 stars. That way you can do the auto and just keep getting more Thanos shards every day.
No,
Okay.
give up.
Good. That's a really good tip.
It's too. No, it's not.
Okay,
No,
let's
it's
go
a
back.
really awful tip because it's too far into the fucking game. The resources you're dumping into Thanos, by the time you can even put more stars on him, you will be past that. Holy shit.
to your roster.
No.
Okay.
Pointless.
Let's see. Night Nurse is actually pretty good too. For a while, she was not that great,
Oh, really?
but we
And now she's back to not that great. Yeah, you made her great, and then you introduced a bunch of other characters that all fucking outclass her. So no, she's no longer great. She's a war attack team. Whatever. I mean, yeah, at this level, she's good for you don't need to work on her anymore. She's got some great characters here that can coast her right through a lot of this content to get her to characters that are actually worth building. So that's great. So yeah, if you played the game a while ago and you built up some characters, you might be able to come back and still use them. But oh my God, like, no, you can't, you shouldn't build them anymore. It's over. This ship has sailed. Move on.
recently revamped or we introduced a new trait of Shadowland. So you can see she's got over there under her power number, she's got traits. It says hero, city, skill.
Yeah, how many Shadowlands are there, Nick? And what are they good for, dude? How many raids can you use Shadowland in? Does that matter? Can you take the Shadowland team into the Doom raid? Can you take the Shadowland team into any of the Greek raids and use it? Or are they all their traits all over the fucking place and fucked up to the point where you can't even use the full team anywhere?
Support and Shadowland. So the Shadowland team is for Marvel aficionados out there, you would recognize Shadowland. That is a series where
Yeah, Shadowland. You'll recognize that we took the name of a comic book and then we slapped it on some characters, some of them that are in the comic book and just some that are just fucking around. Who knows?
Daredevil actually became the leader of the hand. So that it includes characters like Daredevil, Elektra, Moon Knight, and White Tiger. And they're also a very good team, and Night Nurse is a part of that.
Okay.
So I would also favorite Night Nurse and make sure that you work on
Leveling her up.
her character shards every day as well. So let's see. Click on farm. Let's see if we can farm her shards.
Wasted.
Yeah, we can. So hit auto win there.
No.
On the
No.
yeah, do
No.
the one on the right.
Nice.
Hey, and you got some Night Nurse shards.
All right.
So,
Look. It doesn't matter what she does. She is going to close down this game, and she's never going back to it again until the next one of these happens. Okay, that's fine. The problem is that you're talking to new players, guy. Nick, motherfucker, you're talking to new players, dude. There's like 70,000 people that have watched this video. Many of them are just new players looking for some advice from like some legitimate source. And they think, well, Nick is the official fucking source. So his advice is probably better than anybody else. They're dead fucking wrong. If you've made it this far, maybe Mr. Hartgrave isn't the best content creator for you. Maybe he swears too much. Maybe you have kids. I'm sorry you've made it this far. Make sure you like and subscribe. But Valley is great. Valley Flyin is like your entry-level content creator. Go check him out. He's great. Also great is Rage Gaming. I'll try to link that down below if I can remember to. He's fantastic too. He does a lot of guides that will actually show you how to beat the content, which is amazing. He seems to really give a shit when it comes to helping people through content. That's like all he does. He's not even on camera. I don't think he gives a shit about the YouTube game. He's actually just here to like make guides to help people through the game. So Rage is like number one in my book, I would think. And that's where you can start. Not with this fucking shit, man. If you stumbled upon this and started listening to this fucking guy, he has no fucking idea. He's a very casual player. Probably almost as casual as Megan here, who barely plays at all and hasn't played for like months. Yeah, if Nick misses a day of playing in this game, he gives no fucks. I already know this. He gives no fucks if he misses a day. He's probably in alliance with a bunch of other devs or whatever, and they all don't give a fuck. And who knows? Maybe they even get a portion of their pay in power cores. I don't know how the fuck it works out with them, but I know they don't play this game like a serious player would, so they really are going to have a hard time giving you advice if you want to be a little more serious about the game, which someone listening to this tip would want to be. Is like, what character should I build in my roster is like number one fucking question. It's not Night Nurse. Not if you have a level 66 Night Nurse. There's no context behind any of this. He's just saying shit to fill time on a fucking video. That's great, except you're actually fucking with people who, you know, are going to put a lot of time into this game, a lot of effort, and maybe you could do a little bit better than this for people that are coming to you for advice, however misguided they are.
Yeah, just keep doing that every day, and you'll be working on getting her up.
You'll be wasting your energy.
All right, let's go back to the roster, and again, that'll help you get through the Heroes campaign.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Which characters are the best for teaming up with the Black Widow character?
So that would be, there's a couple.
Okay.
Especially if we're talking like early on in the game. So again,
We've already covered that,
so there's
let's do it
Yelena
again.
and Red Guardian.
Yeah, of course.
And again, there's a blitz going right now for Yelena. So get in the game, start blitzing, and you'll earn Yelena shards.
Okay.
Those are going to be the two best for her.
I mean, I don't think enough to unlock her, but you'll earn them.
She also has some synergy with Hawkeye. So you can throw her together with him, and they'll get some synergy as well.
Interesting.
She's also an Avenger. So if you pair her up with some of the Avengers, she will also...
All right, there's a good tip. One of the best early game teams is the Avengers now. However, they're not really worth building for the end game at all. So you wanted to put just enough into them, but I think you could get a minimal investment on Avengers and cruise through the hero campaign pretty easily, where you wouldn't need to build a bunch of bullshit to do it. You could just build the Avengers to a minimum level and cruise through it because they're a good team together. That's pretty easy to get for new players. I believe that's what they're designed to do. A little surprised he's not leaning on that a little bit, since it's like literally what they're designed to do.
also work pretty well.
Minimum level? I don't really know. I haven't been in the new game very much. Whatever the fucking easiest level to get is, it's probably blue, the highest blue tier, the first purple tier maybe. I wouldn't go past that if you're like a really new player. I would take Gamora and Nebula and put all of my early gear into them. Because I think Gamora is a hero. So I don't need. I'm so far away from the new game. You'd have to ask somebody who was more focused on it. Gamora herself might just go right through. If you built Gamora high enough, she's gonna go right through the fucking the hero campaign on her own. And yeah, the problem is with Nebula and Gamora, one's a hero, one's a villain. So you do get kind of split up that way. You could team them up in the Nexus, which is nice, and get a lot of mileage out of both of them for sure.
Well with them.
Okay.
Okay, so scroll back up just a little bit. Let's see who else we want to do here. Drax would be good because Drax is going to be a good tank. Mm-hmm. He'll help protect other members of your team in things like Heroes and like the Nexus campaigns.
Yeah.
And then also, along with Gamora, he's going to help you to unlock Star-Lord.
Okay, things you don't need to do. Drax is great at doing things you don't need to do. So you should unlock Drax because he'll do a lot of shit that you don't actually need to do. Once again, she has a character at a level which is already high enough for all the content she's looking at, so you shouldn't build it. That's a very simple tip. I know it's not what we're here to do. What we're here to do is to tell people to spend all willy-nilly and build whatever the fuck you want. And yay, this is a great game. But it's a really simple bit of advice to be like, hey, your Drax is already super strong. You might want to see how he plays in the game. And then, if he doesn't perform the way you need him to, or he's not beating who he needs to beat, or you're having a problem with the node, then come back and maybe put some gear on him. But right now, he looks really strong. This is stronger than most people's Drax would be. So I think you're in a good spot. Is that not fair to say? Would that be too far outside of what we're doing? Or we really have to say, oh yeah, keep going with Drax. That's great.
They're a good team up.
Yeah, so you could go ahead and if you favorite him as well,
Okay.
That way, you'll remember to help work on Drax.
No.
And I think he's an arena character to get. His character shards are pretty easy to get.
Oh, fuck out of here, man.
All
All right,
right.
let's go back to your roster.
You don't need Star-Lord. I mean, all
Well,
that would
we're
be
doing
great
like a
if you
roster
need
review
Star-Lord
right
for
now.
like anything, but you don't.
The Uber Strike Force players right now that really like to get into the nitty-gritty stuff, they love this stuff.
It's really
okay.
cool. I've worked really hard at. I mean, it's been a hot second since I've played, but it's interesting to see you look at my roster and like tell me these things. It's super fascinating.
Yeah, because
Hey, it'd be even more fascinating if the person telling you things had actually played the game and knew what the fuck he was talking about and can actually prepare a roadmap for you from get to here to where the fuck you want to be. But you're not. You're talking to Nick, who has no idea what the fuck is going on, and is just starring some characters at random so that, I mean, you're not going to play anymore, so it doesn't matter. But, if I was in the audience here and looking for real tips, it would be great if someone who actually understood the game was giving out the fucking tips.
the metagame really changes up like probably about every 6 months.
Yeah.
So that's really like a good time to do roster reviews. Okay, let's scroll down a little bit more. Let's see who else you got here.
Nebula.
Yeah, Red Guardian's good. You can get his character shards.
Oh,
through,
yeah.
I believe.
It's great. It's great. Drax is a hero who fucking pre-taunts, and Red Guardians is a hero who pre-taunts. So build both of them up, because you totally need 2 tanks at your level in the game. That would be great. Just have double fucking tanks. Yeah. Cool.
Leave the arena store now. Nebula is also very good. So Nebula.
Plus, the devs came in here and put like 27 million and took Red Guardian up to level 66. So that's cool, because normal players will have that.
Again, was a character that was not that great, but recently, because
All right, I'm glad he talked about Nebula. It's about fucking time.
she's now part of the Infinity Watch team, we reworked her, and she's actually very good with Gamora. So even if
That
you
makes
only
sense.
have those,
Finally.
so Gamora and Nebula are 2 characters.
Nebula's
you
been
should be
fucking
able to get
garbage.
fairly easily
For years.
as, newer players, and you pair them up together, and they do a lot of assist attacks together.
Nice.
So Nebula would be great
So
to do
favorite?
early on.
Okay, sweet. Well, I mean, I think that about wraps it up for us today. This has been
I'd like to get away from you.
to go through
You're
together.
weird.
We took a look at a lot of things today. This was I feel like I got a crash course, and I am so like ready to jump back into Marvel Strike Force. Got some super helpful tips from you. We got to take a look at the Black Widow event that's going on right now in Marvel Strike.
If anyone finds out that Megan is still actually playing the game and interested in this at all, please someone help her. Someone help her with her account, because Nick really did her dirty, and I feel bad for Megan. I don't think she's actually playing, but if she is, I'd like to help her out. I'd like one of my people help her out. Share that information. Get over to like someone helpful's video, a good beginner guide. I don't know if there is one out there. I think next Friday, especially if you made it this far, thank you so much. And we're gonna keep watching out here. There's like an after credits scene, but we're gonna watch all the beginner. I don't think so. We're gonna watch all the beginners guides next week, I believe, unless something else crazy like this. I was going to watch it this week, but I want to watch all of the beginner, especially if they're more recent. I want to watch all of them. I'm going to try to be real unemotional about it. I don't want to diss on anybody, but I just want to see, is this tip good or bad? And just like we did with Nick here, I don't think we're going to find any hotter takes than Nick just gave out. I don't think we're going to find any content creator out there that is like, build Drax. I mean, we'll all have a good fucking laugh if they're all like, build Drax, because that would be incredible. But that would have been something good for Nick to do before he came out here like this and act a goddamn fool, would be watch some beginner's guides from content creators, because they probably could have given him some really helpful tips to share with everybody. Instead, he came out here and just kind of fucking freeballed it and said some really outlandish shit. So that was entertaining. But yeah, if you know somebody even like Megan who just got some really bad advice, try to steer them right. This is what I've done since day one. I try to be very helpful to new players, especially if they're like really into the game. They want to get good. That's why, I kind of went out of my way to make this. Let me show it again. This is on my, if you subscribe or whatever, to me on YouTube. You can get, this is right in my community area. It's also on my Discord server. Trying to do stuff like this, make this super fucking simple because it's gotten really crazy out there. Some of these infographics are, it doesn't even, it's not, this game isn't fucking rocket science, okay? It isn't dense. It's a game for like babies. It's not a hard game. What you need to know though is who it's worth investing resources in and who it's not. And that's kind of like the base level, like easiest kind of entryway. Like this is worth doing. This isn't. Like, oh, before I go and spend all my time trying to get Star-Lord, is it worth building? No, he's not on here. Do I need him for anything else? No. Okay, well, maybe I don't do that. Oh, Nick Fury's good now. Well, shit, maybe I'll try to work on those Kree a little bit and unlock Nick Fury. Oh, Nebula and Gamora, good, and I already have them? Great, let's just build them up and work with them as much as I can, you know? That's kind of the kind of stuff that we want to work at. You can see Dr. Octopus is up there. Sinister Six. Nick kind of skipped over the Sinister Six. That's been good beginner advice for a long time. They're early on. You can get them. They get a good legendary. Actually, did the Sinister Six unlock Dr. Octopus? I can't even remember anymore what the fuck they do. They do work with them. They do clear a lot of villain content. I don't fucking know. Anyways. I don't know if I said work on Fury a while back. This is a new thing. Now that he's a part of this team, now he's good. But let me get this out of here. Let's finish up this video. I gotta stop. I want to watch these beginner's guides so I can give better beginner advice because I don't fucking know about beginner shit. Like if you're here for beginner advice, you're with the wrong content creator. I'm the guy who gives out the people who've been playing for 3 years and are fucking pissed off advice. That's my thing. I'm also the guy that reacts to other people's YouTube videos because it's easy and people seem to enjoy it. 91 people here tonight, like the whole fucking time. That's amazing. Every Wednesday and Friday at 9:30 until whenever. What fucking time is it? How late are you guys keeping me up? It's like fucking 1:30 in the morning. Holy shit. All right, let's finish this off so maybe Mr. Hargrave can go to bed tonight. I don't know. Is that allowed or are we staying up all night?
Force, which you can download for free in the Google Play Store and in the Apple App Store.
Oh, we said free again. She did the free talk. I don't think did Nick even say free to play? It's just Megan dropped it twice.
We got to just really take a look at all of the new features and everything that you guys have been working so hard on. Do you have any closing thoughts or anything that you want to talk about before we close things out?
Couple things
I can't pass this up. Up All Night with Gilbert Gottfried. Fucking legendary. I always watched that when I was a young Hargrave.
really quickly mention, please go check out our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Marvel Strike Force.
Why?
You'll actually see this set quite often for our Strike Time episodes.
Why?
And we do a lot of character spotlights.
Who cares?
And also, we've got a really great community Discord server, which is discord.gg/Marvel Strike Force.
Nice.
Those two places right there will really help you get plugged in with our community.
I'm sure that's a great
All right, did mention Discord. Didn't mention that it'll totally consume your life, but he did mention Discord, so that's interesting.
place for people to find alliances and stuff that they can join too, right?
Absolutely. The Discord server, there is a looking for alliance channel. So as soon as like you're looking to get really coordinated with an alliance, that's a great place to do it.
As soon as you're willing just to give your entire life away, it's there for you.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much.
I'm surprised you didn't specifically say, and stay the fuck off of Reddit. Just stay the fuck off of Reddit.
Make sure you guys experience Marvel Studios' Black Widow in theaters now, or order it on Disney Plus with Premier Access for an additional fee.
It's good. I've seen it. It's good. I can vouch.
Awkwardness. Came for the beginner advice, stayed for the awkwardness. How long does this go for?
Thank you all for joining us for today's Let's Play presented by Marvel Strike Force. And thank you so much, Nick, for all of your helpful tips and taking us.
Did they think they were off the air at this point? This is interesting.
deep into the game and giving us all of the strats that we need to know for reoccurring players and for people who are probably going to download it for the first time today.
Oh no, don't do it.
I'm Megan, and this is Marvel, Your Universe. Thank you so much for joining us, guys.
Another head hangs slowly, child is slowly taken, and the violence caused such silence. Who are we mistaken? But you see, it's not me, it's not my family. In your head, in your head, they are fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they are crying. In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. Hey, hey, what's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. Hey, 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 oh. Another mother's breaking heart is taken over. When the violence causes silence, we must be mistaken. It's the same old thing since 1916. In your head, they're still fighting with their tanks and their bombs.